was sentenced for his crime in a New York court earlier this week, and the docuseries, which aired on Lifetime back in 2019 and helped lead to R. Kelly's eventual imprisonment, detailed the allegations that the singer sexually abused women and girls. Are you mad at the guy for calling in a shooting?
What's wrong with you?
He didn't stop Lifetime from showing it.
Yeah, so it did nothing. It was a drop in the bucket. And R. Kelly got in a lot of trouble.
I'm fighting for my life.
And it was a lot to do with this docuseries.
Yeah, because he's despicable. He's a despicable human being, this R. Kelly. He's perverted. He kidnapped these ladies. Could you imagine who kidnaps ladies besides R. Kelly? And then the urination, Adlai. What type of business is this?
This is disgusting.
Did you ever pull a prank like this? I mean, obviously not this bad, but like, pull the fire alarm at school or something like that?
No, never done that. This manager guy, you're seeing R. Kelly's probably paying you a boatload of money. So you're kind of turning your eye, but you're not fully informed. That girl has handcuffs. She's locked in a room, and she does not look happy. I'm telling somebody. Coach
Sandusky over at Penn State.
Yes.
Do you remember that? Like 4 years ago, something happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, this guy was molesting 5-year-olds or something like that, and his wife was in the next room listening.
There's a special place in hell for people like this.
Dude, people are weirdos, Adlai. You're going to have to just get that through your head. People are weirdos. Like this Nancy Pelosi's husband, the gay guy, he's a weirdo, dude. And I know you want to defend him.
Disgusting!
Dude, and think about like Michael Jackson, too. Remember the parents would bring the kids over and be like, oh, you want to keep my kids for the weekend? Sure.
Are you out of your mind? Dude, you have a
crazy
kid. I have kids.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? Because I guarantee he was probably flirting with the kids in front of the parents.
Yeah, be a little extra friendly, extra nice.
Yeah, and they're trying to get a paycheck out of it. So they're like, you have to have somebody stick up for the people who don't have a voice. Yep. And R. Kelly's a bully. He bullied these women. We know he bullied these women, and he needs to be held accountable to it.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Can you play R. Kelly's music at the nightclub?
My mind's telling me no.
I think about that all the time, and there's always a new twist that goes through my head. Think about every time you hear that song or you play that song, even on a streaming service now by yourself, he gets paid. I do not want to support him in any way.
Oh, wow. That's a great argument. That's a great argument. So you're going with like the anti-pornography argument, essentially. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it's like, hey, man, when you look at that, those ladies are being objectified.
But if you have the CD and you've already paid for it.
But my body!
So you hear what Adlai's saying, folks? Find yourself a friend with an R. Kelly CD or never listen to his music again on this
Midday Getaway.
Let me show you how to make the fortune you have always dreamed about.
Check this out.
I'll show you how to make all kind of money.
Yeah, boy!
Will make you financially independent.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Here's a secret for you to make millions.
The secret for you to make millions.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, we're on the wrong side.
I just did it, dude. I just fixed it for you.
Nice. Yeah,
Welcome to the number one half-Asian podcast in all of Bakersfield and Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Not bad. We've taken over Kern County one city at a time. This is what I'm thinking. Bakersfield. We've had dudes from Arvin on here. Lamont.
And we're taking
Delano.
over
Look
one
at that,
city
man.
at a time. Boom, boom, boom. Dude, how was your New Year's, dude?
Oh, it was awesome. We saw my social when I got stuck out in the middle of nowhere in that tropical storm. We had to chill in the hotel. But we made it back.
I earnestly believed that you were like in Hawaii.
All right, here's the secret. People watching, I'll fill you in on it.
It was in
New Year's
Thailand.
Eve. It was at the Tachi Hotel and Casino. So it was about an hour outside of Bakersfield, and the ocean view and the palm trees, it was actually just the muddy parking lot behind me. But it really, people were like, man, that ocean, wow, that's pretty cool. And I was like, yeah, it's not the ocean, bro.
Who was it
just
with you in the video? Your sister and your mom. I saw that. Who's
sister, mom, cousin. That was one of the
cousin.
homies. Yeah, my son was there too for a little bit because they have a bowling alley and everything. But it was cool, man. It was cool chilling there and stuff. We went to the next door the Indian casino, how they do it is they build a bowling alley, like a Chuck E. Cheese type gaming arcade, and they got what else? They got movie theater over there. So it's right next to the casino, but it's far enough away that it's not connected. But you walk over there and stuff too. So fun for the entire family. Plus the pool was open. It was freezing, but they do have a hot tub there. So anything to get away. And then we saw Duran Duran tribute band. And the fun, if anybody, because I'm Asian, I got Asian roots. My mom's Asian. You know, we check out the casino. We do that. But it's so funny. They do they're like, all right, everybody, we're gonna meet up. We're gonna get some prime ribs, some shrimp, whatever. Everybody's gonna eat. Then we're gonna give away some free money and stuff so you guys can go gamble. And then after that, we got the bands coming on, and we're gonna bring in the new year. So you're like, oh, this is dope. Okay, cool. But right when they gave away all the free money, it parted like the Red Sea. It was like,
oh, of course, dude. Yeah.
The band. What about the band? I'm sure the Duran Duran guys, they ended up playing for about 15, 20 people. And we're
what was the band's name, dude? Do you know?
Arena.
Oh, what a lame name, dude. They should have been called Hungry Like the Wolf. That should be your name. If you were a Duran Duran cover band, your name needs to be Hungry like the Wolf, or you should not be a Duran Duran cover band. Yeah. We don't have a Duran Duran cover band on our show tonight, folks. We got For You and I on our show tonight, son.
Nice. Looking forward to this. These dudes right here at Bakersfield. It's a DJ collective, so it's a whole crew into the music, and it's more than that too, because with we're going to talk to them more about it. But being a collective, it's like they put events together, do the music, but bring every aspect of art together in these great shows that they do. So we're going to talk about it more. We got the live studio audience today.
Wait, hold on. So it's Jesse, Ryan, and
Jesse, Rye, Jose, Will.
Jose. Okay.
Yeah.
Jose and Will. Wait,
Jose Will's one person.
Jose Will. Okay.
Right.
All right. I got it. Jesse, Ryan, Jose Will. Good. All right.
I think they're nodding their heads correct in the green room. We see them right now. So
okay, good. Okay, cool. All right. Now here's my thing real quick, because Adlai always wants to blame everything on being Asian. So when he likes to gamble, instead of saying I'm a degenerate gambler, what he says is, hey folks, I'm Asian. You judge me for my next sentence, that automatically makes you a racist. So let me tell you something. Just because I suck at math doesn't mean I don't have a gambling addiction. That's crippling. I don't. Here's the thing. So Adelaide's mom is Asian, but my dad is Asian. So like we're half Asian, but it's not like being every other nationality. You're Mexican, your homeboy's Mexican, you're all Mexican, we're all good. If you're half Asian, there can be all kinds of stuff going on. You know what I mean? You got like Adelaide's mom his dad was in the Peace Corps when he met his mom. It's like one of those type of things. Where my dad, he was an American, Japanese American, married a white lady. So tonight we're going to explore just a little bit the difference in a new bit we're going to call Asian Mom, Asian Dad. Not only that, me and Adelaide, we like to send these video messages back and forth sometimes because we like to be hip like these kids on TikTok. So tonight, you're going to see us sending back and forth our New Year's resolutions. And if you have any resolutions, folks, keep them in mind and we'll put them in the comments. But other than that, what else do we got going on today, Adelaide?
Oh, we're going to have some news stories a little bit later on, and we've got For You and I, our guest tonight. So we're going to bring those up and get their feedback on some really interesting stories. I found some crazy stuff, some crazy stories that you guys are going to want to stay tuned for. That's a little bit later on in the show.
Okay.
I don't want to give anything away. But
well, our studio audience is about to go nuts, bro. Let's introduce these guys right now. So Jose, Will, Ryan, and Jesse, correct?
Yes,
For You and I.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome For You and I.
Big audience tonight, guys. Hold on. You gotta let these guys finish clapping. They get real mad if you don't let them finish clapping.
For you, this might be the biggest round of applause we've had.
Well,
for any guests that we've had.
Well, what are you going to do?
For You and I. We're very famous. Look at that.
That guy in the back over here brought his own food, Adelaide. I told you not to invite people to bring their own food. We're supposed to make some money on the tickets.
No sneaking 40s in. Come on.
There we go. All right. What's going on, you guys?
Yo, what's going on? What's up, guys? Hey, what's going on, everyone?
We should probably start with introductions, like as in who's who.
Yeah, exactly.
Here. Let's do that.
All right. So my name is Rye.
I am one of third of the For You and I.
Yo, my name is Jesse. Also 1/3 behind the scenes character.
Yeah, my name is Jose Will. One of the 2 DJs for You and I. Well, actually, we have 4 in total, but us 3 make up For You and I. So yeah.
All right, now, Ryan and Jose Will, do you guys have DJ names or?
Those are it right there.
Yeah.
Ryan and Jose Will.
Yeah, look at these young people. They don't make up superhero names for themselves.
Nah, I just try to keep it, like simple, easy to remember.
That's with their most natural thing is their actual name. So
wow, God bless you guys.
Yeah, and there is a story behind that. Jesse and I were talking yesterday in the green room about you don't use the label DJ.
No. Well, I mean, we're not opposed to it, but I don't know. Just naturally, we just like the way, because not all DJs use the label too as well. So it's a bit of
I was thinking about it too, just after hearing it last night. I'm all like, okay, these guys are maybe artists then, right? You're more like artists than just DJs, because you guys do like group stuff too, right?
Yeah, most definitely. And we also run an online radio show on SoundCloud weekly where we bring on producers and DJs from all around the world.
Oh snap! Good for you guys. That's like a better version of the Chino brothers, Adlai. You hear this? They're going all around the world. We're just going to Arvin. What's going on?
Yeah, we're trying to make it. We're trying to make it to Early Mart. Come on. So hey, and then also for You and I, what's the story behind just that name? I mean, it's so cool. It's so inclusive. Where did that come from?
Yeah, I mean, so the story behind that really, just one day, me and Jesse linked up. We were just hanging out with some friends the night before, and we decided to go on a hike. And the next day, so we went on that hike early in the morning, and we were just like hanging out, chilling, talking, listening to some music. And then we stopped by at this little, like rest spot. And then Jesse was like, me and Jesse were just like vibing and stuff, because the trees, the creek, you can hear it. And he was just like, yo, dude, it'd be really sick if you can start spinning right here. And then I'm just like, yo, that'd be super sick too. Like, I would love to do that. And this is like early on. I just started DJing too. So, but I was like super open to play wherever. And then, I thought about it and it clicked in my head. I'm like, wait, I've seen people like legit like bring out their setup, anywhere, mobile. So I was like, yo, so I showed him some videos and I was like, yo, if these people can do it, like we can do it. So, and he was just like, yo, so what should we call it? And then I'm just like thinking like really, really hard. And then I was just like telling myself, I'm like, man, what's the reason why I DJ? I'm just really asking myself, getting deep with that. And basically, like I was just telling myself, I was just like, yo, I just want to like DJ just to like really get people like to be for the people, like to just give them like an escape, from like their everyday life, for them to like try to be present, to enjoy the moment. So that's kind of like my main intention with DJing really. So then I was telling them like, how about we call it For You? And then, the and I part was because I wanted to DJ for myself as well to get myself out there. So I just pitched that to him and he's like fell in love with it like first thing. So that's just kind of like how it happened.
We also had some crazy names though. Like before that one came up, we were like shooting at the wall, a bunch of different names, and they were kind of corny, you know what I mean? But when Ryan said that For You and I, it kind of took a second and I was like, whoa, what is that going to be like?
What was the corniest one? Yeah. What was the corniest one you came up with?
Oh man, there was this like the picnic, I think.
Yeah, because like we originally was gonna start like when we originally started, we were like we just wanted to play at a park, somewhere in public. So like we were like thinking like some corny names of like like picnic vibes or something like that. I don't know. It was like super rough, but I had to really like think about it deeply. So
yeah, but as soon as we thought of that For You and I name, it was just like, whoa, like epiphany happened. And then we're just like, all right, let's go back to the studio and create this logo and then figure out the plan. Mm-hmm. So like, since I do a lot of design, I was just like, okay, let's knock this out. We knocked it out that night. And then from there, it was just like, let's get in contact with Jose.
Well, first you were already telling me about coming up with names because y'all were in the process. And then y'all hit me with that For You and I. And I was like, yeah, that's it right
that's
there.
That's the one. Yeah.
That sounds nice though. It's got something to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny though. Some people pronounce it crazy though. Like we'll be out in the field and they're just like for you for they're they're trying to spell it.
I
Read
guess,
it
Like as a whole.
as a whole.
well, that's not the story how I heard about your name when Adley explained it to me. He told me you were listening to Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton, that Endless Love song, because it starts off with that line, right? For you and I.
Oh damn.
For you and I.
You know what's crazy though? Ever since we've kind of like branded ourselves with that name, I hear it everywhere now. It's like,
Oh, really?
like for you and I is always like in every like love song or R&B song.
No, it's a very I really do like the name, to be totally honest with you. I like how you said it, Ad, that it's very inclusive, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
first things first, for all the young people watching who want to be DJs out in the park, make sure you have a tarp. I don't know how this Serato stuff works because I'm a vinyl kind of fella, but I once thought it would be neat to DJ out in public in the hot sun with all that vinyl, and it warps them very horribly, children. So don't do it if you're going to use vinyl. Now, Adley, can you explain to me, can we do this with Serato? No, I never mess around with this Serato stuff.
You know, I'm just thinking that's weird that you guys mentioned that because I was thinking about like heading out to Hart Park and just being like, man, if you brought like a generator or something and a pop up, you could just jam and play some music or whatever too. And sometimes,
But do you need a tent still or no?
That was literally that was our whole MO. Adley, you nailed it right
yeah,
there.
we started off playing at Hart Park for the first year for you and I, and it wasn't under a tarp; it was under a gazebo.
They have some built-in
with the generator.
Yeah, with the generator. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I think, dude, a laptop can fry.
No one's worried about the vinyl warping anymore. It doesn't like that. Whatever you're using for Serato, it doesn't warp or what?
Oh, we weren't on vinyl though. We were on our DJ controller, so we didn't have to worry about that.
It's all built in now because you guys use Serato, right?
I use Tractor.
I use Record Box, which is pretty much like Serato. It's the same company.
Similar stuff, right?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So it's all just laptop and controllers.
Yeah, it's all
now,
like
right?
digitally and stuff like that. But trust me though, there has been times because when we were playing at the park, like some of our stuff like overheats. So
that's what I was
we had
gonna
to be
say.
careful
Yeah.
with that.
In Bakersfield, it was like Arizona too, Mike. I mean,
Oh,
I've seen guys
yeah.
put like
Straight
you
up.
put a bag of ice, a towel,
Yeah.
and then your laptop
Yeah.
just to keep it cool. And it does get cold out here too. So in the winter too, it's like it's freezing.
So your amps can get mad hot too, though, when you're in that kind of heat.
Mhm.
You know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah.
Because it's just so hot.
Yeah.
How
And
many times did you guys like pop a fuse or something?
No, we didn't.
Dude,
really,
honestly, no,
no.
we didn't. And dude, there'd be times where like we'd be playing in almost like in the rain too, huh?
Well, it's because we play late summer every single Friday, but like the last hour of sunlight, and then finally getting into autumn where it get colder, and then that's when we would stop.
Danny P
Nice.
looking fresh
What
to
up, Danny
death in
P?
that
Yo, what's up, Danny?
nice
that?
tie, dude. What's going on with that tie, Danny?
Big
That's
shout out.
one of the OGs right there. Now, when you guys are at the park then too, and you guys just bumping music, I mean, everybody's cool with it, and people cruising by.
Yeah,
It's
we
like,
make
"Oh,
sure
what
we select more or less like park friendly music as well. We weren't playing gangster stuff or anything. We were just playing some nice vibes.
Yeah.
Wait,
So-
hold on. So, like, I like this idea.
I
but
like it, yeah.
Yeah, well, because it's kind of like a roller skating kind of vibe. Real quick, no comment on Danny's picture there, looking like
Okay,
James Bond.
You had a nice you had a tie.
Yeah, dude, he's like standing in a Japanese something or other there. What's going on with you,
I think
Danny?
That's at Elements. That's at Elements, I think.
He is flossing. Oh yeah, is that Elements or is that man?
Manual spot. Yeah, he's
Manuel's-
Elements, but I think yeah, dude, I don't know. I think
All
he's
right, come on. We're
packing-
talking to these young fellas. We don't need to be playing fashion, whatever, with Danny. All right, so okay, I love the idea. So how does this work? You go talk to the city and get a permit, or what do we do?
Okay, so that's what we tried, right? So
This is during the pandemic, as well.
So check us out. We
Listen,
had
we're
to
not
make
mad
the-
at you guys because we're old. So we did things that were against the law back in the day.
Oh.
Nobody could film us and put it on anything.
Nah, we
So
pretty
whatever
much
it is
pulled
you're
up the
about to
plate,
tell us ain't
man.
gonna shock us.
Yeah, so it was lockdown. So the city, a lot of those departments were closed. So yeah, we did try to call and get the permits and stuff like that, but that didn't stop us. We were just like, you know what, screw it, let's just go.
We just pulled up and played for pretty much a year of the pandemic.
With the gas generator, or did you guys have one of those
Gas.
battery?
Yeah, it was
You'd
gas.
have to do a gas generator. Huh?
Yeah. And honestly, like from like, out of all the times we were playing out there weekly, like nobody had a problem
Nothing
with
ever
it.
happened.
Of course
Nobody
not,
like,
because
did not mind.
everybody's
Yeah,
enjoying
not
it.
at all.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a few times we got shut down, but That was all good.
Who
But you
shut?
guys
Wait,
probably-
shut you down by the city?
Not the city, nah. So there was a couple occasions where like the police would come and they're like, "Yo, you guys can't be doing this," you know. So we would just have to pack up and go.
How much sound were you bringing?
Yeah, that's
We
what I
were
was
getting
wondering.
pretty loud at one point.
Yeah,
Yeah, we can't do that.
It
We
was,
can't
was
do
pretty.
They were fair on one time. We
Yeah.
were out of hand one
It's because
time.
there's a lot of different occasions. Because one time we hosted like a little festival there where there's actually different DJs and live
Vendors.
music and
Oh, that's
vendors and the
nice.
whole nine.
Yeah.
Okay, and then because I'm thinking like someone comes up like, excuse me, you know, it's my daughter's birthday and you're in my gazebo and I got a reserve too. So you guys
Yeah, thankfully nothing like that ever happened. Actually, yeah.
So it was pandemic time, so they couldn't if they tried. You know what I mean?
Are you kidding me, bro? How much doper would that be, though? It's
I'd be
like,
like,
yes,
"Nah, nah,
I
we'll just
booked
play some
for
music
you and
for
I
you."
for my daughter's birthday party,
Yeah.
everybody.
Dude,
Yeah,
hey,
I know you guys got some
down.
Taylor
We'll
Swift or
be
something
so-
up there. Come on, start playing some Greatest Showman tunes for these kids. man.
Hey, did you guys have like a specific spot like every week at
definitely
Hard Park?
did.
It was the same spot, so people they kind of got used to you being there, kind of
Yeah,
thing.
Yeah, they would
yeah,
know.
it was every week.
Every
That's
Friday.
dope.
Yeah.
I'm
Did
trying to
people come out
picture in my head
dancing?
which gazebo was it? Like
The
Close to the
furthest one
water.
to the west.
It overlooks the lake too.
Just for-
as well.
I'm
It's
trying
on
to get it-
hill.
oh, see, I'm trying to get a description for Mike because
Do you remember where the stairs are at? The
yes,
steps?
yes.
That
Exactly.
I
exactly.
want to know about
There's
the
no chairs on
dancing,
there or
bro. You
anything.
got? Did you get the people dancing or no?
Oh,
Yeah, there's plenty of occasions.
Oh,
Or
you
there's
turn-
plenty
you
of
turn it
occasions
out or
too. We're
what?
just playing nice vibes, and everyone we'd bring a whole bunch of like blankets, and everyone would just lay out and watch the sunset, and just be playing really chill stuff.
Nice.
That's dope. That's awesome.
Yeah, people
But
would
you
vibe
didn't
out
turn
and
up.
like
You
read
didn't-
and paint.
It was just always it was always a chill vibe, or did you ever turn
Always,
up?
it was always chill for sure. I mean, we'd bring some energy sometime, but it was always park appropriate for
Yeah,
sure.
respectfully.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I feel you, but I have a hard time not turning up. What about you, Adley?
I feel that.
Dude, yeah.
I feel that.
It kind of depends on the music too, though. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you guys are dropping the cool chill vibes too, chill
Yeah,
too.
You can play
artsy
some
creative
yacht
little
rock,
stuff.
dude. That'd be so much fun, you know. Putting on
Yeah.
the "We Get It On Most Every Night." Like, when do you get to play that record? You know what I mean? But if you're at the park, dude, you know,
That'd be a vibe.
that's what I'm talking about.
Would people roll up and
Yeah.
be like, "Hey, play
Some roller
some"?
skates.
Yeah, that's what I like to
yeah,
see. That's what I'm
yeah.
talking about.
Mhm.
Did people come up and be like, "Hey, man, play some Too Short"?
I mean, there'll be a few times, but it was really
Yeah.
hard on us because, you know, since we're at the park, we don't have like access to internet. So we would have to use like someone's hotspot, you know, if we really try our best to make a song request.
Or it's
Oh,
kind
you
of hard
mean-
when
oh,
you
so-
have like little kids walking around too. and
Yeah,
Yeah,
man,
that's
come on. We
what
just can
kinda
play
wanna
some
s-
summer jams, bro.
Yeah.
Didn't you
Yeah,
hear what
there
these
you go.
fellas
Oh,
are
yeah, we
teaching
play
us?
the summer
Come
nights,
on.
you know what I mean?
That's what I want to hear.
I'm
Yeah.
just
Middle
thinking some
of the
homies coming
summer,
up.
I'm walking
being-
through.
Oh, dude, yeah. Some
There's a
lowriders
lake
pull up.
there, dude. I want to hear that. You know, they were buying different things. They were smoking funny things, whatever,
things.
bro. You know what
Oh,
I'm talking about? That kid.
Yeah,
rock
yeah,
song?
yeah.
It's like backyard barbecue vibes, you know?
Yeah, that's
Exactly, bro. I want to hear some Otis Redding, son.
Yes,
As the
there you go.
sunset's
Yes,
coming
sir.
down. I don't want to hear
Yeah.
none of this, but I still got to turn up, dude. Still got to be some DMX there
Yeah, we gotta do
somewhere,
that
bro.
balance.
We would like towards the last hour, we would just be like, you know what? Screw it, let's go. And then we would get there.
Man, these guys know about the good life, Adelaide. This is a good life I'm hearing about. All right, so
Oh,
let's
that's dope.
start this out. How did you guys get into music? Like individually, you guys. Who wants to start? Ryan, you want to start?
Yeah, I'll start. Dude, I mean, I got into music like at a very, very young age. Shout out to my uncle. He showed me a lot of like the classic stuff. Started off with like the hard rock, like System of a Down, Metallica. Became really passionate about like that sound. And then of course I had my mother. She would show me like all like the club bangers, man. Because of her, like I'm big fans of like the Neptunes, the Nerd, you know.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So like she would bring about like all that sound palette to me, and I just became obsessed with it. And then my dad was like, he was a lover boy, man. He was like bringing all that oldies,
Oh, nice.
70s love song, like
Art
I was just
LeBeau,
listening
did
to a
you-
little bit of everything, and then I just
Did
really
your
loved
dad
it.
play you Art LeBeau? Did you guys listen to Art LeBeau? when you were
Yeah,
young?
my dad be
Yeah,
playing
yeah.
that.
Okay.
We used to
We
work
playing
for
the
that
R&B.
dude. Me and Adelaide used to work for that dude. But
Rest
here's
in
Hey,
peace,
legend.
Art
Shout
LeBeau.
out.
Yeah.
Dope.
Adelaide gets mad when I clown. Rest in
Nah,
peace,
nah, I
Art
like
LeBeau.
Art LeBeau.
R.I.P.
Hey, did
Real.
so you guys are from here too, Bakersfield, or?
Yeah, we're all Valley boys.
Yeah.
Okay, very cool. And did your parents have vinyl too?
Oh yeah.
They
My,
did?
my
Okay.
parents had vinyls. They'll slap those on and stuff like that. I didn't start collecting vinyls till like maybe like a little bit after the pandemic. Yeah, I got myself a record player and stuff
That's
like that.
nuts. That is
So.
nuts that you
Sweet.
just got into vinyl. Like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That you didn't own vinyl already. All right, Jesse, come on, man. Give us the scoop. When'd you start loving music, dude?
Oh, dude. Since a youngin, I've always like kind of been more of a musician. I play the drums, so like I've always was banging the drums, listening to the rhythm, stuff like that. And then when I got a little bit older, met some other dudes, we started getting into bands, stuff like that. A lot of the stuff we played though was like rock and stuff like that. But at home, I was listening to like The Chronic, and then like Doggy Style and all that stuff. So it was very like 90s rap and influence.
Wait, why
at
were
home.
you
So
listening
it
to
was-
that at home?
That was my uncle that was playing that actually. So both of my parents were like first first immigrated Mexicans, you know what I mean? So they were
Yeah.
playing like the old school Spanish joints and stuff like that. But then
Yeah,
my
the good
uncle,
stuff. Yeah.
my
Your
uncle's the
uncle
one
was
that
a
really put me
cholo.
on.
Was your
Yeah.
uncle a cholo?
My uncle was living the hard knock life, you
Yeah, he
know?
was a cholo, bro. He just don't want to say it. See, nobody wants to admit their uncle's a cholo, bro, because that's not nice. It's not polite, Adley.
That's respect, dude. Yeah, respect for the
Yeah.
homies, no doubt, dude.
Good for
Yeah,
you,
man.
Jesse.
And then
I'm
growing
not
up, it
your
was just
uncle.
sorry about that. Yeah. Then growing up, it was just listening to everything really, indie, you know, all the way to like reggae, all kinds of different genres. And now it's just like my playlist is just full with it, and I'm still in bands and stuff like that. So that's just
Word
my
up, man.
musical relationship.
I want to say this is the thing I love about you young guys is you listen to all the music. When we were young, like I would listen to all the music and people would make fun of me for it because I would listen to ska and I would listen to like rock and stuff. And me and Ad, we lived together at the time. I would put on these ska records and everybody come over like, don't be playing that stupid ska music, that garbage music, that devil music. That always make me turn it off. But
yeah.
It was and back then too. It was like you were in one genre, and that was kind of it. If you were hip hop, if you were punk, if you were whatever, country, whatever, and that was kind of what you did. But it's kind of what changed the game was really the iPod, where you just like everything and put it on shuffle, and then play jams. And Mike hates this, but I got into country because I hosted karaoke because I didn't have a job, but I got into country.
What I never got into. Yeah, but I
was like, I had
never
to. They were singing it.
Yeah, dude, but I worked at a classical radio station. Still couldn't get into it. I worked at that was my first radio gig, you guys, was working at a classical radio station. But we're not talking about me. We're talking about you guys. So it's Jose Will, right? Am I saying your name correct?
Yeah, Jose Will.
And I apologize if I'm
good,
mispronouncing it or whatever, because it's not I don't want to say normal, but regularly heard name to have a two surnames.
Oh, I mean, you just call me Jose, man, for sure.
Is that better? Okay, because I don't want to disrespect.
No, definitely no disrespect, brother.
Okay, cool. Why don't you give us the scoop there, young man, about how you got into music, how you fell in love with music?
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, obviously, we all fall in love with music at an early age. Growing up, my mother being Puerto Rican, she loved playing the guitar, so I grew up around like a whole lot of Tito Puentes and Ex Lavoe and stuff like that. And then my father was like really into 70s funk and groove, so I had all that going around. But then even going to high school, that's when you start discovering yourself and you go through a whole bunch of different genres. This is when, by the way, I met Jesse when I was like in the 6th grade.
Oh, wow.
And so we went all throughout middle school and then high school together too as well. And even during high school, we would go to his house and jam out. I would play like the piano, Jesse be on drums. We have like some other cats come over and we just like be doing our own thing for a while. But after high school too is where I really kind of found myself. Like once I discovered Dilla, like everything pretty much changed for me.
Oh,
and that's when I started going to beat shows in LA, ran by Stone's Throw and Brain Feeder, and then finally it turning into Selection. And that's where I actually one of the first times I'd always run into Rye was at beat shows in downtown LA. That was before I even knew him, because me and Jesse both know his brother too. But that's I would always run into Rye at beat shows in downtown LA, and then coming in now, and ended up being full circle where we both are doing this thing together. So it kind of really worked out that we all have known each other forever too.
That is so much fun, man. Like,
cool.
It's just a really cool story. Now, now here's the thing. we're going to get into some funny bits here in a second. And you just told us a wonderful story. So folks, don't think that we're devils because we're about to make fun of things and stuff like that. But that being said, I like the story, and what I really like about all three of you guys' story is the family aspect of the story. You know what I mean? Especially in minority communities, I'll say, like your family connection really not only connects you to where your family came from, but also who you are as an American today and as an artist as an American today. Do you guys agree with me on this?
Yeah, 100%.
So now, once again, Adelaide's mother is Asian. My father is Asian. So even though we're both half Asian, we're still have different upbringings and different ideologies of how an Asian parent should act. Now, I know Adelaide's mother. She's a sweet lady. However, Adelaide, I found this TikTok this week that talks about how Asian mothers speak about their sons. And I was wondering if we could watch it collectively as a group and then discuss it. What do you think?
Yeah, let's do it. You guys cool with that?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Let's go.
Let's see if I can do this right. Here we go.
21, he tried to make friends, but they call him.
Wait, hold on. Let me start from the beginning. Here we go.
My son so dumb, IQ 21. He tried to make friends, but they call him Ching Chong. He eat the wonton, but he fat like Kim Jong. He's so ugly when he smile, he look like the King Kong. My son useless, can't play ping pong. He tried to get a date with the girl Soo Young, but she said hell no, cause he not the handsome. And my son so broke, can't buy the dim sum. Yeah. My son so dumb, my son so dumb, yeah. My son is so dumb, yeah.
All right, now put us back in 3. Okay. Now, is that racist or is that funny? You guys tell me.
We've definitely heard that stereotype of the parents being very rough.
I didn't have an Asian mom, guys. I had a Caucasian mom. So my mom was very different than Adelaide's mom. But, next week we'll have an Asian dad. So Adelaide can ask me, very rough, and very disciplined.
No matter what, no matter what race you are, whatever. But if because my mom is obviously first generation, so you're gonna have those quirks from whatever culture you come from. Because I'll tell you right now, yes, like even my son asked me today, he's all, man, what if my mom wasn't Asian and was Italian? I was like, I don't know, man, but grandma makes some mean spaghetti, you know what I'm saying? But she's Asian, full Thai. But I think getting Americanized and stuff too. And the other thing I think about with that stuff, I don't know. Part of me feels like it's racist if you're pushing it too much, but part of me can relate. I mean, I thought that was
hilarious. I thought that was one of the funniest things I've seen in my life, dude. I could not stop laughing when I saw that earlier. And I'm like, how can I work this into a bit on the show tonight? Like I have no idea how I'm going to do this. But then I was like, well, crap. Adelaide's mom's Asian. So then next week we can have an Asian dude yelling at the guy. But I just thought it was hilarious. I think the problem is that we're so sensitive now. Everybody's so sensitive about it, dude. Like when we were kids, you'd bag on your friends. Now it's like,
you're right.
It's like, come on.
I think it helps too that the guy is also Asian singing that song.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I don't think a white person.
And it's all just from a comedy bit too, as well. So yeah, of course, it's just a comedy bit.
Could you imagine if a white person did see
that?
No.
That wouldn't fit.
Wearing a Make America Great Again hat, dude. Even wearing like a MAGA hat and singing that song. Oh, man. Ooh, that'd be horrible, dude. That would be horrible. I'd be like, oh, bro. That would be horrible. Yeah, but I thought it was funny. But here's my thing is, okay, so you have this comic. He's making the joke about the mom and the son being dumb and all that stuff like that. Some of the stuff he said was kind of racist, and I thought it was funny, dude. When they said they called him Ching Chong, dude, like who would call a kid? It's so mean.
Who would say that? I don't know though. But yeah, some of it. I mean, I don't even remember my mom being. Well, I don't know. I take that back. Calling me dumb. I mean, that's pretty hardcore. Do you think?
It's hardcore, dude. Did anybody ever call you Ching Chong when you were a kid?
No, but dude, I was American like I was born here. You know what I'm saying? So I spoke English, fine or whatever, But I was born in a small town in the Midwest. So there was people that would if you go to a new neighborhood, they'd be like, dude, you got you look different.
All right, hold on. I want to know. So from young people, do you guys feel like Americans, or do you feel like minority Americans? What do you think?
I just feel American, honestly.
God bless you.
I'm very proud of being.
Well, yeah, definitely. Like say
Hispanic
an
and
aspect,
Mexican.
proud of our culture, but I don't feel like we're viewed different or anything.
God bless you, man. Yeah.
We
See this?
We live in Bakersfield too, which is kind of a Republican town and kind of
more than kind
old
of
school. You know what I mean?
A lot. Yeah.
So I guess we've just kind of built the callus over that, or we don't really care, and we just move in our own light anyway.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Well, bringing good vibes at Hart Park, man.
Yeah, I know, dude.
That'll take care of that.
These guys are all about it, dude. These guys are like the mamas and the papas of the DJ world, dude. Just spreading dope vibes or something. I can't even think the De La Soul of the DJ world. Just got that funky vibe about them. I like it. I really like it. So
appreciate that, man.
Yeah. Anyways, all right. So you guys figure it out. You get together. You start using your controllers and bringing the music together and stuff like that. And then how do you start booking shows and things like that? How do you start progressing? I guess.
Man, that was the toughest part. It's really trying to venture out and try to reach out to venues, and I guess it maybe just started from building connections with other DJs and other producers and seeing them, play a venue or something, and the next we kind of get connected with them, and then the doors start opening, and it starts going from there, really.
Yeah, we tried our best to do it also organically. A lot of it helped with us playing at the park, putting ourselves out there a lot. People will sometimes come up to us and be like, yo, you guys sound great. I have this party, I would like to have you guys. So opportunities like that would come and stuff like that. And that helped a lot. But don't get me wrong. There are some times where me and Jesse, we would just go downtown here in Bakersfield and
hit venues
up and try to propose to them and stuff like that.
Definitely got to make it happen.
Some people will bite the bait and some people wouldn't. So,
I mean, dude, we were young at one point, boys.
Yeah.
It's me and Adelaide were. We were young. We would go talk to the promoter, talk to Acid. What was Acid's homeboy? Remember the Indian cat Adelaide that before Acid?
What was his name? I can picture him too.
We were
but
just
he was a promoter.
You guys, though. We going begging to let people play records at their place.
Can we rock your spot, dude?
Yeah, and then sometimes we rock the spot, dude. Nobody would show up. We're embarrassed a little bit,
It'd be like that sometimes.
Yeah, it really do be like that.
Yeah, because I'm thinking about too the DJing in the park is kind of, we've had DJs on here, old school DJs like us that were 80s and 90s and stuff, where there was guys that would just go rent a warehouse off a Union.
Oh yeah,
and just do flyers or whatever, all ages, whatever, and they just have these parties and they're not legal. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm sure there was underage drinking. That's not even the crazy
one. We had DJs on here who broke into homes in 2007 when the housing crisis happened and these homes were foreclosed on, and they would just pop open the doors, dude, and throw house parties at them. Now, the DJs who we had said that they didn't know that was going on, but we're
they were just hired to DJ.
Exactly, that was their argument. I was just so okay. So when people ask you to do the party, who was the person that had to figure out what the fee was going to be? Because that's the next thing that's hard when you're a DJ. Is I don't know how much I'm supposed to charge somebody.
Yeah, I mean, it was all trial and error. After the part, we had to figure out our self-worth, how much should we charge and all that stuff. And then we just kind of sometimes we did free shows, sometimes we did shows for pennies, and then now we've gotten to a science. So we've also gotten really kind of organized too. We have our Google Docs and our Excel sheets all going and stuff like that.
Oh man, you guys are organized.
Keeps us in check. Wow. You know what I mean?
Wow, so you keep track of everything. Dude? I'm scared to ask this, but you guys do the LLC and paying taxes and all that stuff too?
That's the one thing we haven't jumped into just yet.
But we do have a tax guy though.
Oh, okay.
We have our homie.
Okay, good.
We have our homie. He's
okay, good. Because I was wondering about that too. Because nowadays people just cash out the dough, right? I mean, it's all somewhere. There's a record of it. Back in the day, me and Mike.
Bro, why are you asking
Well,
these kids those answers, man? The IRS
sorry.
might be watching this.
No, that's
None
not
of your
like
business, IRS. These young boys
I
pay
was
their
like, oh,
taxes. Don't get too deep, man.
Me and Mike just got paid in beer, and
that was
like
pretty much it.
Yeah, there wasn't much. I was like,
Well, it depended. Like
old
when-
exposure, beer and
when
exposure.
it started, when it started for us, like, so the reason why we're the Chino brothers is we were a DJ crew called Too Strong Entertainment, and then me and Adley ended up going off into working in the radio station together, and then we were a club act for the radio station, and this guy Dwayne Chavez, he called us the Chino brothers, and so now all these years later we started a podcast, but neither here nor there. When me and Ad started, oh my goodness, man, free beer, that was a luxury. And I think that I felt like we didn't get paid until everybody knew who we were, until we were on the radio. Like once we were on the radio, then people were like, yeah, we want to pay.
It still wasn't a lot.
It wasn't a lot. Wasn't as much as
a lot.
You got a good bargain with us, you guys. Don't do that with For You and I, though, folks. If you book these guys, you better pay them top billing. Good numbers.
Yeah, don't be cheap.
Don't be cheap with these young guys. Come on.
Nice.
So now you explained to us that you guys have a internet radio show, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's on SoundCloud.
Okay. And
when that first started, that was right when For You and I started too. At the same time, we started at SoundCloud, and we've really just been consistent with that for 3 years, and it just keeps on growing, and the music just keeps on better. And every week, like you said, we bring on a new DJ or a producer, or sometimes me and Rai just run the vibe too. But for sure, we've been super consistent with that.
Yeah, we have like producers and DJs from like all around the world, like he mentioned earlier. We have like producers from England, Italy, France.
I mean, if you hook us up to introduce us to anybody, we can introduce anybody we know, but you probably don't know all those people. Maybe you might be able to introduce.
Not even, man.
Not, man. Y'all know,
we're super open to meet.
A whole bunch
of
we know a fair amount of people, but you guys know, and our people are pretty cool. But you know some pretty cool people.
Yeah.
Now, so for 3 years, it is a grind. Like doing the Chino brothers, it's a grind. Every day we put out those little videos, like you saw at the beginning of the show.
Right.
Doing the show every week. Adelaide books the guests, and he does a really good job with it. But it's so weird because you guys only grew up in a digital world. Don't you think that, Adelaide? Like,
yeah, there was no going to the record store. But maybe you bought CDs when you were younger. Is that, or was that even?
Yeah,
you guys were buying
for
CDs.
Sure.
Cassettes, not really cassettes though. CDs, right?
I remember cassettes, but I was buying CDs.
Yeah, this is really
CDs.
Or just like go to FYE, stop by there.
Okay. You had a FYE in Bakersfield. There was a FYE.
There is, but it's different now. They
it's
haven't
long
changed it
gone.
to like
Long gone now, right? But
yeah, it's just basically like a bunch of like toys and stuff like that. There's like a little bit of vinyls there. Sometimes I'll go digging, but it's not that good. You have to go to like, a legit record store.
Yeah, going underground.
Going underground is
really
like
dope at record shop right here in Bakersfield downtown.
Yeah, that's a legit
downtown spot. Okay. I feel like I've been to a couple of spots and then been like, oh, okay, you can find some stuff, but luckily they're starting to print stuff up again too.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, so you can actually find stuff.
Sure. Like you said, we're just falling in love with vinyl. You know what I'm
it's
saying?
so weird to me that you guys are just getting into vinyl. Cool. The reason why I think it's weird, and I agree with you that it is cool, is because it's an instrument. You're playing the instrument. You know what I mean? Like it's an analog instrument that you're playing. That's how come I'm not a big fan of the controllers and all that stuff. Not that I don't think it's if you get a gig, use a controller. I understand. But when somebody's coming up like you guys, it's almost like you're touching the feel of the song. I don't know how to. Do you agree with me on that, Adley?
I get what you're saying.
Like playing on wax, right?
Yeah.
I have so much respect for DJs who spin vinyl because I actually want to get to that level and stuff too. That's like my dream setup is just spin on vinyl.
Couple 1200s.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Too much money and a bunch of stuff collecting dust behind you. Now it's weird because I hear your guys' story and it's really neat and we really are enjoying it. And the only thing I have sorrow for you is that you guys didn't get to taste that like we got to when we were your guys' age. That there is something that was different then, because I'm just trying to think in my mind, Adley, if you're young now and you're coming up, for us, the goal was, okay, we got to get on the radio. If we're on the radio, then everybody knows who we are. We can play the spots. They'll come see us. Boom, boom. We got to get on the radio. And everything we did, that was it. We got on the radio. Now it would not. No one can get on the radio. It's not a thing anymore.
Yeah, it's totally different. Yeah, it's different.
Yeah, our
It's
timeline is definitely like backwards for sure. We started digital, and it feels like going analog and more tangible is kind of just more
appreciation is just still all right there. But like you said, you know what I'm saying, we didn't like grow up like that where y'all had that all right there, you know. We grew up with something.
Here's an advantage though you guys have, right, with digital, is because I worked at a gas station. And I would spend my entire check on records. Every time, dude.
It wasn't just at a gas station, you guys. We'd go to a record store. And I would go in, I knew exactly what I wanted. Bro, we could not get out of that record store. Adley would not leave the record store when we were kids. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was like I was like, okay, I got $5 for gas, $5 for food. Everything else is going to vinyl. And it was back then, you talk about not having Wi-Fi at the park. It was kind of like you don't want to be DJing and someone asks you for a song and you're like, crap, I don't have it.
Dude, you had to have crates, you just look kind of wacky. Crates.
Yeah.
With a dolly.
Yeah. Well, and then that was the next thing. We were in college radio together. And Adley was only the hip hop DJ director, so he could get free vinyl. And then hold on. And then after he left, he replaced himself with our lazy home. I shouldn't say lazy because he might watch the show, with one of our friends who wasn't as motivated as Adley. And just replaced him so we could keep getting the free vinyl because he was in our crew. He was in our DJ crew.
Yeah, he just walked to the pad like with an armful of vinyl, all promo. We're like, yeah, what do you got? And then when we went to work for Art LeBeau at the station, there was vinyl, but there was a lot like CD kind of the transition was going on at the time. So it was that was very cool. But with the digital thing, it's just different now, dude. If you got digital, someone's all like, hey, play whatever. And you're like, yeah, give me 2 seconds. As long as I got Wi-Fi, you know what I'm saying? You just play it off whatever.
It's not already in the deck, for sure.
Yeah. But this is one thing that I think about too, that for you younger guys too, how do you know, like, because back then you'd go to the record store and they'd have open copies, so you could go listen to them at a turntable and be like, all right, this is dope. All right, that's whack. I'm not buying that or whatever. But now, going through so much music digitally, how would you even know what's an up and coming like track that you would even want to play?
That goes back to our own personal taste of what we really like to play, honestly.
Yeah, they're enjoying themselves.
Yeah, because I don't really think of it like too much into it like that. It's just like, yo, if it connects like with my heart, like that's all that matters.
Has Jesse ever said, hey, check out this song, you guys?
Yeah,
We share each other music. Like,
I'm feeling it, or that's dope. Sure. Okay. Hey, let's squeeze in a couple shout outs real quick, guys. We're popping up here a little bit too. So big shout out to Raymond checking in. Hi, Joe. Go Adley. And Javier. Javier, you're a DJ too, right? I think that's DJ Psycho. Correct me if I'm wrong. But 5150, baby.
Hey.
And Stephanie Soulless.
Hey, shout out.
Let's go for you and I.
That's
going the love. So right on. And I gotta hit you up too, by the way. So but just talking about that, because you guys know DJ Chino.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Were you thinking the same thing?
Yeah, dude. Do you guys know DJ Chino?
I'm not sure.
Oh, dude, he's mad cool. You guys would love him. But he's a house DJ. You guys would love him. He's super nice.
Oh man.
But anyways, go ahead, Adley. Tell him.
I was gonna say he's on one of those DJ services. You pay monthly or whatever. And we're talking to him like, well, kind of similar question, like, how do you know what's dope? How do you know? You listen to all this stuff. He's all, I listen to like 1,000 tracks a week.
2,000.
Was it 2,000?
2,000 tracks a week. He's like, I listen to 2,000 tracks a week. I was like, dude, because I own vape shops now as a grown up, and like I used to make nice playlists. Now I just kind of go off of YouTube. I got lazy in my old age. But like, I hated setting up 150 song playlists. Like, I hated listening to that much music for that. Where Chino every week would listen to 2,000 songs.
Damn,
Yeah,
that's a real music head right there.
Dude,
for
he
sure.
loves music
Yeah.
that much.
Yeah,
I
It's all
know.
about, yeah.
And I
Yeah.
want to say he does. Was it Orange Fridays? It's over at the Mint. It's like
Yeah.
third Fridays or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you guys are in the neighborhood, check him out. He's a homie dude.
Yeah,
and he's
yeah,
like,
we're
hey,
like I think all of us. I want to say like we're house heads too, man. We listen to that house stuff too.
Yeah.
okay. And he does all
Yeah.
on those certain nights. He'll just do only vinyl.
Uh-huh.
So
Right.
it's pretty sick, dude. It's pretty sick. And then now talk about some of the stuff you guys also put together shows. Now, what does that entail?
Yeah, so right now, since we've been doing it for a while now, we've started doing some reoccurring shows. But for the most part, and you guys mentioned it too, like the warehouse shows, we've done some of those before. We'd like to bring those back. Those are very like DJ based shows where it's just DJs and it's like darker room visuals going crazy. But then we also have the other type shows that are more like community based, where we do bring like multiple artists from the community and we highlight them as well as ourselves, and then we invite pretty much Bakersfield and the surrounding areas to come and vibe out with us. And then Stephanie, who just typed in with us, we do a show with her called Soulfully Speaking, where it's a little bit more of an intimate type show where we ask the artists that come and perform some questions before they go on, and then in between their set we ask them a few other questions. It's a little bit more intimate type vibe.
If any of them need to be on a podcast, Adelaide's open for suggestions.
So we run the gamut with our shows. Like they're different. Like tomorrow we have Art Walk downtown. It's first Friday. Bakersfield hosts like this art walk where all the vendors are artists. They all lined up their booths, kind of pop-up style. So we're gonna be out there just facilitating the vibes of some music, and then we have some acoustic artists pulling up.
That'll be so much fun.
Yeah, because
I love that idea.
First Fridays were it was closed for
tomorrow.
What time? Wait, what time?
5 to 9.
5 to 9. Okay, just downtown, all through everywhere, pretty much, or
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like I Street and 19th. That's gonna be like the heart.
What kind of music are we gonna be bumping tomorrow night, guys? What do we think?
Ooh, man, right off the bat, like probably gonna be playing some stuff to make you move. You know, maybe like
we'd like song and title, please.
Okay, song and title. Let me see. Right off the man.
Some go-to jams.
Off the top, let's just say, just because I'm a big Neptunes fan, let's just say Pharrell Frenton.
Okay, nice.
That's not a bad song. Yeah.
That's a vibe.
Okay.
That's a vibe.
Okay. Yeah, that's dope too.
Then,
No, that's a chill.
what about you, Jose?
Well, honestly, I'm gonna play a whole bunch of beats because that's just who I am.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about going more into soulies, oldies like Duran Jones and the Indications. Let me see, maybe some Marvin Gaye.
There you go.
So I don't know. I'm gonna build up the BPMs, obviously, but I'm definitely gonna start off with some soulies, oldies.
Maybe some Luther Vandross.
Yeah, for sure. And then
Wow.
obviously I have to play Dilla because that's just in my heart and my
Dilla.
soul. But
Yeah.
I think we'll go from there and build up the BPMs, and we'll see where it leads to.
Yeah, me and Jose really have a good chemistry, especially when we do back-to-backs.
Back-to-backs, yeah.
Yeah.
I like
Which is
that.
like, yeah, that's always fun. Like and that's also really good practice too for us.
Now, do you
So,
guys take two sets of decks, or how does this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're bringing 2 decks, and then we'll figure out like I'll plumb up with the breaking point, and then he'll come in and we'll blend the track together, and then we'll split out and just go back to back.
That's fun.
Yeah, those are super fun.
Yeah, that's real fun.
Is Jesse gonna rock the mic?
You know, I'll MC the mic. I'll host it. I'll introduce the acts and my homies and stuff like that. Kind of drum up some excitement in the crowd and stuff like that.
He's the hype man. He'll be the hype man.
He's the hype man. Mike was the hype man for us.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I think the thing is I'm still kind of lamenting for these young guys, Adlai, because they've got a real cool vibe that would have been. These guys would have loved the '90s, man. You guys would have loved the '90s, man. You got, and I think they would have done well in the '90s.
Young Mike.
I'm gonna assume you didn't. I'm assuming you
We're
weren't
actually
old in
'90s.
the 90s.
We're a '90s child for sure. We're both born in '90.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're born
sure.
in the '90s. Okay.
We were DJing when you were born. You
All
gotta
right. And from that point, then yeah, we are.
we were probably begging clubs at the night you were born. Remember, at the Rock
man.
that night, like, please let us play. Come on, man.
Might have partied with your parents. They might have been to a Chino Brothers event.
That might have been what happened, bro. Your parents might have come to a Chino Brother event. A lot of kids probably were born from Chino Brother events. I'll tell you that right now. But yeah, I didn't think about that. Anyways, yeah. So like, but I think it would have been. I really think these guys would have loved it back then.
Yeah,
You know?
Yeah.
We're definitely bringing back that spirit though from the '90s and all that, like kind of DIY type vibe, but very soulful aesthetic. You know.
Yeah, man, that was a hip time.
Yeah, I did.
All right, now, do you guys ring in the new year anyway special? Like, did you guys DJ anywhere this new year?
Yep.
Yeah, we did a show at this new brewery tap house that just opened up in downtown Bakersfield. It's called Off the Rails. We've been doing a few shows out there. We were actually really good friends with the owners.
Yeah, shout out Beck.
Yeah, shout out
awesome
Becca.
owner. The venue's awesome. They always play really dope music. They always have DJs in there every week and live.
You guys have got to introduce us to your friends, man. We've got to get these people on the show. Adley, every time I say a name, I'm like, please tell these people about how fun the Chino Brothers are. I would love to interview these people. They're all sound as dope as you guys. But hold on a sec. Microbrewery on New Year's Eve, man. You hear this, Adley? These guys got a sweet gig there.
Because I've heard of Off the Rails, and I'll see stuff, and I'll be like, because they have really good like lineups and acts and DJs and groups and stuff. But I didn't know it was a brewery. That I did not know.
Yeah, they're crazy beers. They're also super influenced by like, '90s and all that music. Like they have like Death Row.
They had the
beer.
actual Death Row chair there.
Yeah.
The actual Death Row chair there that they had to rent it out for like a few days, and they actually had it right there at Off the Rails. It was so crazy.
That's how
you could rent the Death Row chair.
Yeah,
they did. Yeah,
that's the only way Suge Knight can make any more money. Adley, that dude pissed everybody off. He can't get money no other way.
That is dope. So you could actually go to Off the Rails and take pictures of it and stuff.
Yeah, it's gone now because obviously that was the real chair, but they had it there for a few days actually.
Yeah,
we had a microbrewery.
And it's a microbrewery. Yeah,
let's go there. Adley, remember we DJ'd that microbrewery when we were young.
I don't remember which one.
Gentle Ben's, dude.
Gentle Ben's was a brewery. That's right.
Yeah,
this is Tucson, Arizona. Yeah, this is back in Arizona.
Yeah, those when we were young, like you guys. That's so neat. We had the only New Year's Eve party that him and I DJ'd was the worst debacle of our whole lives, you guys. It was well, no, we had two debacles. I didn't even think about that. The first one, like they were charging like $35 a head, and this is in the 90s, so that was a lot of money. Damn. And people were coming to see the Chino Brothers, and we're on the radio telling, oh, this place is packed, blah blah blah. People are showing up. There's like 2 or 3 people in the club, dude, and they paid $35 to
made $70 that night.
Midnight, we left and went to the Metro, Adley. We left the Rock and went to another club, you guys. We're like, this place is depressing. We gotta get out of here. That was one New Year's Eve. Yeah, that was one New Year's Eve.
Bill's character though.
And then this other New Year's Eve, you guys, there was these gangsters back in Tucson, these Bloods. And they used to buy airtime from us for their clubs, right? And so I'm like, all right, well, if you're going to buy airtime. But then it got to the point, and I was the producer. It got to the point where they'd stand in the studio and tell me how to produce the commercial. And the commercial would come out sounding like garbage. But I'm like, I'm not trying to get shot, dude. If this guy's telling me, he's telling me this is how it's supposed to sound, that's how it's supposed to sound. None of my business.
Trapping at the studio.
Yeah, but the problem is that they booked a club night the same night as me and Adley's night. Well, me and Adley, we were cheaters, dude. Like every single commercial break, we would plug our club, dude. Because I was on the morning show. So the morning show, I would be like, hey, tomorrow in the morning house party, don't forget to listen to blah, 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 blah. And this Saturday, go see the Chino Brothers at, wherever we were going, So like if you had a club against us, it's like, dude, that don't do that. We have unlimited radio spots. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
So but they did, right? So then their club didn't blow up, and then they came to our club and they shot up the parking lot.
Wow.
What?
Yeah, dude. But one of our bouncers told us what, Adley?
Cloud killing.
That's right. So they were just cloud killing. But he wasn't scared. We were scared. But anyways,
I was like, man.
So then after that, you guys, They came up to me and Adelaide and they're like, "We want you to DJ our New Year's Eve party." I was like, "No, dude, not in a million years, man." And so we kept telling them, "No, man, we can't do it. We can't do it. We can't do it." You know, we kept pushing out. We kept pushing out. We kept pushing off. Then finally, it was New Year's Eve. I was at my girlfriend's house. We were chilling, dude. And I get a call from Adelaide. We finally got cell phones. You know, it's like the first cell phone you get. Like, Adelaide's calling me. "What's up, man?" He's like, "Hey, dude, those guys are offering us $500 a piece for 2 hours of work. I think we should take it." And I was like, "All right." So we went down.
That's like, yeah, and 500 bucks in the 90s. That's rent, gas, food.
Oh, it was
for
a
the
lot
month.
of money, dude.
Yeah.
It was a
I'm
lot.
fat for a minute. Yeah. Oh,
On
yeah.
a big night, the two of us made $200. That would be like a dope night for the two of us. But each of us got the 100, you know. Anyway, so we show up, dude, and the club that we're at, there was like a perch. That's how the DJ booth was. It was up there, and you climbed up the stairs like this, and then you stood on the perch, and there's a trap door, and you could stand on the trap door. And Adley invited our friend Ernie. We call him Earn Dollars. He's actually a DJ in Tucson,
Arizona
right now.
still, yeah.
Yeah, but he was a baseball player at the time. So, you know, but college baseball players are real big guys, right? So we're like, okay, we got Ernie with us. And like, maybe, you know, he can get the bat, you know, like we're trying to like scheme it out in our head just in case it goes real south, you know? So we get there, we set up, and then Adelaide's like, "All right, man, I'm gonna go collect." So he goes to the front door and he's like, "Look, you guys, just because we're here does not mean people are going to show up. Trust me. Like, people do not care about us. We plug our clubs really hard on the radio. So if you want us to leave right now, that's fine. But if not, we need the $1,000. So they gave him the money, and I came back up and we hid the money in the DJ equipment.
Hey.
Yeah, and then like dude, the whole place was flamed up the whole night. We were like, "Oh my god!" You know, we were like, "Yeah, dude." We were like, all freaked out, like, you know, like, we gotta get out of here, bro. So at the end of the night, dude, nobody came. The place was a bust, dude. And they'd advertised for a while, but the place was a bust. So they're all mad, and they bailed at like 12:15. They're like, "Let's go back to the back cave."
Yep.
So yeah, so then we went down, and me and Adelaide and Ernie, we all drove 3 separate ways, and we ended up at the same Texaco just in case they followed one of us. And Adelaide had the money in the DJ equipment because we didn't want to get robbed. So,
oh my gosh!
Yeah, that was our worst New Year's Eve gig. That was our worst New Year's Eve gig. But tonight, we'd like to talk about New Year's resolutions. So every week, I like to send Adelaide a video question. You guys, like, you know how you Skype and stuff like that. We're not that great with technology yet, but I'll still send him a video message, and he'll send me a video message back. So Adelaide, you want to play that for them today?
Yeah, if it runs long, it just plays, right? So just tell me.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll say stop like that.
Okay, here we go, guys.
What's up, Adelaide? I got a question for you. Do you have a New Year's resolution? Now, here's the thing. We're getting old. I'm 50. I got this shoulder problem. So my New Year's resolution is this: to finish my physical therapy, get my shoulder up, and blow the Chino brothers up. You got anything for your New Year's resolution, Ad? Tell me!
Hey, Mike, yeah, man. I've been thinking about my New Year's resolution, and this year, I'm really going to take the time to spend with my family, my son. But, hold on, buddy. I'm shooting a video, okay? But, you know, I just really feel like sometimes, you know... Hold on, buddy. Hold on. Yeah, you know, we get so busy with work and everything else that we just don't make time for our kids. What? Oh, my gosh, dude. I'm trying to shoot a video. So, like I was saying, really take the time this year. New Year's resolution is spend more time with your kids. Come on, let's do it, buddy. All right. Give them a hug, though. I'm just kidding. Spend more time with the family. Don't work so much.
You paused it right at the right time.
I saw that. I was like, okay, there's the movement right there.
All right, so you guys have a New Year's resolution?
Oof. My New Year's resolution is to get healthier physically. So I'm not gonna be those New Year, new me kind of guys and try to hit the gym.
You're gonna be one of those dudes. Are you that dude that bothers me because you're taking my treadmill and you haven't been there?
I'm gonna go hard for like 2 months and then I'll be off it. Don't worry.
Oh, that's good. Jesse's
for me,
healthy.
My New Year's resolution, to take more better care with my mental health. You know, trying to be just handling things a lot more easier and smoother. And then also just becoming a better version of myself still. That's still been a journey since, a few years back. So still working on it. So that's what I got going on this year.
I guess if I had a resolution, just be continually, grow and, love and progression with this music thing that we got going. And, honestly, just keep on making those connections and move correctly. And, just, all with love and support. So, definitely all 2023.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, these guys are very professional, Adley. This is no Too Strong entertainment here. This is the big time.
We were a mess.
No, we were. I mean, we didn't have no
somewhat
spreadsheets,
organized,
bro.
but
And, I mean, I don't know if we had we had
our moments too.
We had our T-shirts. We had matching T-shirts.
We did have T-shirts.
But the Chino brothers have an LLC and all that other stuff. So like now, as grown-ups, I took care of it. It was just back then, you guys. We had a magazine too. We had this little e-zine, and Adelaide knew all the record stores, so we would go put it up in the record store, and people would read it. We all wrote articles for it. Yeah. And then like Adelaide had like a sweatshop, bro. It must have been in his blood, dude, because he's Thai, He was like, "Get over here, y'all, you all like this." And there would be like 5 girls from our crew just folding the newspaper all one in a row like this. Boom, boom, the next one stapled, then the next one, boom. Remember that, Adelaide?
I do remember that little assembly line going on. Oh yeah, yeah, that was good. We had connects at the Kinkos too. All that stuff, man. Oh, yeah.
We had the hookup at the Kink. I don't know why that dude liked us, but for some reason he was just like, "Yeah, Too Strong," and we're like, "Okay, cool, bro." Like his life.
He liked us because we'd pay cash.
Yeah,
and it wouldn't go in the register.
Yeah,
we get a cash discount.
Can't go wrong.
Yeah, bro. We had mad flyers. Didn't matter though, fellas. Our flyers were weird looking. Adley, you want to explain?
We were just bad. We just like it'd be funny to me. I can't speak for Mike if we thought it was funny or not. But we'd have like pictures of like Mr. T and "I pity the fool that don't go to our club." Like it'd be stuff like that. So I felt bad for Mike passing out. Probably after he was like, "Why did I get suckered into this?"
No, man, I never thought that. I never knew what a good flyer was supposed to look like. Bro, our first flyers, you guys, Adelaide's talking about the good flyers. Our first flyers, Adelaide drew a stick figure comic. Like he wrote this little comic and it said, "Pete wants to go to the club. Pete likes chicks. Pete's having a good time at the club. Come to the club." And it's just a stick figure of Pete. But here's the problem. Only me and Adelaide knew who Pete was, dude. Nobody knows Pete. But I didn't even know, you guys. And I was standing outside the club, outside the other club, where everybody was. And I would put Rice Krispie treats on the flyers. And I'd be like, "Hey, man, come to our club. Come to our club." Still didn't get people to our club. No, it wasn't. We didn't get nobody to the club from that way.
All they did was they'd eat the Rice Krispie treat, throw the flyer on the ground. They'd just be like, "Oh, man."
Yeah, you know what was smart? Getting jobs in radio. I don't know how to help you with that though, guys. Man. So, anyways.
Oh yeah, we're familiar a little bit with radio.
You guys are working on it, right? You guys are working.
That's true. That's
right?
True. Yeah, you guys got the. You were probably more familiar with radio than Adley and I are at this stage.
Well, Jesse and I have known each other for years now, because we worked together at iHeart here in Bakersfield too. So shout out to that gig. Yeah.
Yeah,
Jesse, that's been like 9 years. That was 9 years ago.
Dude, yeah, wow, it's been a minute.
Dang,
I definitely picked a lot of game up from working there, though. That's for sure.
Yeah, JMO is a sick designer too, bro. By the way, yeah, he's got skills. Did you paint those paintings too?
Yeah, I painted the one right above me. Yeah, these two above me, but then the rest, like you could barely see them. When we were at the park, we would have these art and music.
Yep.
You guys got to sell those, dude. You guys got to either sell those or sell prints of those. They're so beautiful, aren't they?
Really cool. Very cool. Yes, man. They're awesome.
I love the whole vibe, dude. It's the opposite of Too Strong. All the way like organized. You know what I mean? No women around to bother them. You know what I mean? Like that was the next thing. It's like we had a bunch of girls in the crew. It's like, "Oh, you DJ?" "No." "Well, what do you do?" "Well, I just hang out with these guys and get up every once in a while."
We got girls in the crew too, but they DJ though. And they killed
it.
Yeah, that wasn't awesome.
Amps.
Yep.
Yeah, we had dudes in the crew that didn't DJ. We're like, "What are you doing here, man? Come on, bro." Like everybody's got to do something.
Yeah, dude. And we had I just hearing you guys is like talk about positivity and love and
I know, I love it.
aspiration. Dude, my goal in Too Strong in the 90s was to be as big as Master P and
Master
No
P,
Limit.
yeah. Yeah, we were nothing like you guys, man. We were like, we're No Limit soldiers, fool. Yeah,
That
you
guy's
think
a
like
genius.
I rocked the
so?
fake eyes too, man. It was like that. Like for real.
All right, so this
but
is
hip hop. I love hip hop. Period.
Adley
Oh, yeah,
was
for sure.
like, all right, my goal is to be as big as Master P. And my saying was, when you had to coerce somebody, my saying was what, Adley?
Behind the ear.
That's right.
Behind the
I'm
ear.
like this
Gun
gun behind
behind
the
the
ear.
ear.
We're getting the gig, no matter what. Yeah, it was like that.
We put a gun behind the ear. We put a gun behind the ear to get that gig. We were not you guys. We were not young. Like we were very angry young men, Adley. I'm meeting these guys. I'm starting to realize, bro, we did it all wrong, dude. How are we so mad? Look
No,
how
we
happy
definitely
they are.
apply the pressure, but not too, but, respectfully.
Respectfully.
Look
Yeah,
how
you got
happy
to
they
you
are.
got to be aggressive. You know what I'm saying? You do have to be you got to be competitive. You know what I'm saying? You can't just
Yeah,
lay
yeah,
back
no
and wait for
doubt.
stuff to happen. So, I
Yeah,
mean,
it's
we knew
healthy,
guys like
too.
that too. So, yeah.
Well, for you and I, thank you so much for coming on the show. But at the end of every show, what we love to do is read news stories, because that's where Adley really shines, because he's a professional broadcaster. I'm not even lying to you. I really like hearing Adley read news stories and talk about news stories. But since you're our guest, you get to pick which story we're going to read. So, Adley, can you please tell these young men who we'll be making fun of tonight?
All right. So, the guy from Power, his name's Joseph Sikori. He says 50 Cent's going to be #1 in 2023, because a previous Chino Brothers story was talking about how 50 Cent's making new music. Oh man, I thought I had one. Oh, here's the other story. The headline is 10 rappers who shouldn't drop an album in 2023. And I've got a crazy oh man, there's two good ones. Two off the wall ones. Mother and daughter, this is kind of gross. Mother and daughter sentenced for selling human body parts and shipping them by mail. Creepy story, I know. And then this one's just kind of funny. And I know J-Mo's a tech dude. Software engineer arrested for stealing from online retailer with the scheme he lifted from the old school movie Office Space. So I don't know if you guys remember that movie or not.
Yeah,
I don't know. It was in
it's an old
99.
school movie.
Okay. So we'll let you guys pick the headline, and I'll go with the story. So
Shouldn't drop.
Yeah, I'm done for that one.
Yeah, that's cool.
which one?
What artist that shouldn't drop 2023?
10 rappers. Okay,
Albums.
here we go.
Yeah.
So 10 rappers who shouldn't drop an album in 2023. There has been a few rappers in the media, not in a good way. So 2022 featured numerous releases from some of hip hop's finest. At the same time, there were several albums that proved that some rappers should use 2022 to take some time off. Now, whether they flooded the market with too much mediocre material or their inexcusable erratic behavior caused them to ruin their own momentum, there are several rappers and musicians that may want to use this year to take a much needed break. Starting the list at number 10, Kanye West. Kanye West. Now, we know the saga that dominated news headlines in 2022 was evoked every emotion possible. It's been exhausting. He's feuded with his now ex-wife Kim Kardashian over the divorce. He's suspended from various social media platforms. There's just so much stuff that he did that I don't know. And I'm gonna let you comment first, guys. On that,
though. Isn't it?
Oh yeah, that's a big conversation too. If it's all just an act to get numbers and all that too. But I don't know. Like you said, from all the stuff that he's done, he should probably take some time off and take some care of himself. Honestly.
Yeah.
Interesting too. So because
is it real, Adley? What do you think?
When you say Jose, when you say take care of himself, I think there's
like
some mental health issues there. Yeah. So that might be like if it's crazy to think that's the best case scenario in this situation, because he was so far off the wall going, anti-Semitic, going wearing a White Lives Matter shirt. You're just nuts. Like, what is going on, dude? And you feel bad for the guy on some level, but if he really truly is a racist, I don't feel bad for him. I can honestly say that. But there has to be some. Again, the best case scenario is there's mental health issues and he needs to take care of himself.
Yeah.
Hey, come on. If you guys are hip hop heads, Kanye's had some of the best music ever. Going back to College Dropout. I mean,
he had an impact for
so
sure.
Good.
So
Yes.
hold on, but are we then deciding that this is not an act? Like, was it when he said the racist stuff that we're like, dude, it's not an act anymore?
Nah, I don't think so.
Honestly, I don't know.
I don't know.
At this point, I don't know.
He's just different, man. I don't know.
Before he said the anti-Semitic stuff, before that part, it was always the debate, specifically on the Chino brothers, would be: is this an act? Is somebody writing this for him? You know, is he just trying to like stay in the spotlight? Now that he said the anti-Semitic stuff, now he said the racist stuff, it's like, dude, and like it was really racist. It wasn't like one of those things where you know what I mean. What you hear people say something, and you're like, not sure he should have said that, but I can't call it racist. No, Kanye made sure, nope, don't worry about it. I am racist, you know. So. Yeah, I think I'm with you guys. I think it's mental health. I think you guys
gotta be, dude. Because
I feel like what started it all. I feel like it's like when his mother passed away. That's when everything kind of went spiral down.
She was she provided balance, you know. I mean,
something like that.
Yeah, Donna definitely did.
Yeah, and then Kim Kardashian bailing. You know what I'm saying? When you divorce someone like that, and she's it's a whole other thing. Do you guys? Would you play Kanye at this point if you're somewhere chilling at the park or club, whatever? Do you play that, or are you kind of like, I can't support him, dude? You know, like I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a really sticky subject. Especially after all the stuff he said too, you know.
Yeah, maybe like some instrumentals.
Okay. I just think Gold Digger was such a great song.
Dude,
Flashing Lights.
Great albums,
I mean, so much great music there too.
Even like the stuff that he's produced for other artists too goes crazy. Like I just found out he produced "You Don't Know My Name" by Alicia Keys.
Oh yeah.
Like, that's one of my favorite songs. Like what?
Yeah, sick producer too, man. And then just think of the financial beating he's taking when Adidas drops your Yeezy line. That's got to be $1 billion right there. So,
but do you think he has F me money, dude? You know the difference between F you money and F me money?
What? You can't
F you money is I could tell you to F off, right? But I can keep going. F me money is I can F myself off and still keep going. You think he has that kind of money?
I don't know. He's for sure paid though.
I feel like he has a lot of money, right?
I feel like he's paid. He's like a billionaire or something like that.
Yeah, a year ago he was worth $1 billion. Now it's like,
was he? Okay.
Even if it's less, a third of that, he's still probably doing okay, you know, financially. But man, did you guys ever rock the Yeezys or anything?
Nah.
I actually never copped a pair.
Nah.
Well,
they're always sold out. So
really, yeah.
I thought they were ugly, man.
They're weird looking, but
I know somebody
it
had
definitely didn't fit my vibe, but
I had the fake ones.
All right,
some's ratting you out.
I had a fake pair of Yeezys. I got a Mercado Latino.
Hey,
we got to go down the list.
Yeah,
there's so many more.
We make an album. Come on.
Okay, how about this one? Will Smith. Remember, it was big. It was this of 2022 when he slapped Chris Rock on stage. That was less than a year ago.
Dude needs help. I think he needs help. I think he really needs. If anybody, I think in the whole world needs some sort of mental help, it's Will Smith. Because like Kanye, if I find out later on this is an act, I'd be like, bro, you really crossed the line by pretending to be a bigot. Like you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
But Will Smith, like, there's no way, dude. That guy is not having a mental breakdown right now.
I agree with that. I agree. I don't think he should put out music. I mean, he hasn't really put out a banger, you know what I mean, since like "Get Jiggy with Me" or "Get Jiggy with whatever.
Was that?
I don't really think he's making too much waves out here.
Jesse was "Getting Jiggy with It" a banger.
Oh yeah.
No. Yeah. I mean, it was popular, played on the radio, but it was one of your jams. Like, is that in your top 10?
Yeah, man. Maybe it wasn't a banger, but it was definitely on the radio a lot.
You know what? Here's the thing.
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
Will Smith isn't as whack to that generation as it was to our generation. Like they don't think that he's as whack as we think he's as whack.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean? But I agree with him. He hasn't put out a banger since. You know, I think the only banger Will Smith ever put out was "Summertime." To be totally honest,
"Summertime" was that's a dope jam. Okay,
it's unfadable. You can't not play "Summertime." Like that's something you guys could play on the boardwalk or whatever cool gig you're playing a coffee tasting or whatever, some sort of neat thing that we'd never be invited to. some boba tea factory opening. Like you guys get the dope gigs. Me and Atlas, like, oh, that chicken restaurant again. Okay, here we go. Don't get shot. Don't get shot.
Don't get shot.
All right, come on. Who else should be making a record, Atlas?
Oh, well, this one's probably a no-brainer. R. Kelly.
Oh man,
he does have new music out, by the way.
Does he?
He does have new music out. But
are you tempted to listen?
When we were talking about the
No
CDs,
way.
that's what you gotta listen to.
No
now?
way.
Yeah,
R. Kelly deserves to be where he's at.
Yeah.
you can't.
No
Yeah,
way.
R. Kelly just. Yeah, he just was too far. But you guys have been to parties and gigs, and I don't know if you played it or not, but "Step in the Name" was the kind
Oh,
of
man.
big drink down.
That's like a wedding
uncles and
joint.
aunts playing. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
yeah, it's definitely
Big.
good.
So have you guys gotten into where you're doing weddings and family functions like that yet?
A little bit of the family functions, but
Little
not
bit.
weddings.
So that's not
Okay.
really more what we aim to play.
Yeah, see, so it's kind of like when you're doing that, that's one of those songs, like it's a song that people literally put their drinks down, go to the dance floor and dance, but
Yeah.
it's still R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's tough.
That's a tough one.
Dude,
It's
there's
tough.
so many good R. Kelly songs. You can't just blame "Step in the Name of Love" on R. Kelly making good music. I know that it's a good argument. I'm not making an excuse for that argument, but the problem is, "Ignition" is a better song than that.
Ignition's a great song too.
Ignition-
We might be
Ignition's
going.
one of the best songs ever, dude.
Are
Ignition's
we
one
going
of,
too deep for you guys? You guys
Nah, I
know
like the
Ignition?
Dave Chappelle remake of Ignition. I'm just thinking about that right now.
Everybody knows that Ignition song, dude.
Dave
Let me
Chappelle.
get some pee pee. Let me give you some foo foo. I'm gonna show you my wee wee. Yeah, everybody knows Ignition, baby. Man, nobody not know that song, bro. Bounce, 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 bounce. Like that
Yeah.
song.
Oh, dude.
It's like
I believe I
murder,
can
she
fly.
wrote.
I believe
That's a
I
nice
can
song for
fly.
when you're a little
I Believe I Can
kid,
Fly.
though.
Space Jam.
Yeah.
I believe I can fly. So inspirational, made by a weirdo. So
I know, dude.
Yeah. So
He didn't come
So-
back for Space Jam 2, so I
Dude,
think-
nothing can
No one
fade.
came back for
Ignition,
Space Jam
dude.
too.
Ignition. Ignition and Fiesta are the two best R. Kelly
Fiesta.
songs in the history of the world, dude. After the
Yeah.
party, it's the after party,
Jay-Z.
and after the party, it's the hotel lobby, and
Yeah, that's a vibe.
That is a vibe.
yeah, dude, it's
Yeah,
the
that's a
best song
dope
in the
jam right
history of music. Unfortunately, made by the worst human ever. Made by
No, it's so
a monster,
unfortunate,
dude.
yeah.
The dude is a monster, you guys. How
A
dare you
sicko,
listen to
yeah.
his music? You should be embarrassed of yourselves. I can't help
All
it. I
right.
love his music. He's got
Here's-
good music.
Here's something from the new generation. Here's an artist from the new generation that shouldn't drop another album. DaBaby.
No, dude.
Ooh,
Just
I
let that
think
guy
he
make
started
his
dropping
music.
music. Actually,
Honestly, I feel like he shouldn't. I feel like he oversaturated like the few years past with his sound.
Okay. And
No,
then
I
he
think
kind
they're
of.
more saying it because he said that stuff about the gay people, dude. They don't want him saying no more
Oh,
stuff about
yeah.
the gay people. That's how come they don't want to make it no
LGBT
more
is
record.
crazy.
What's
Yeah.
that?
I said they're pretty powerful.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
well, they're mad. They're mad at him for saying all that stuff when he was at his. But you're not supposed to be saying some stuff like that on a stage. But I guess if you're a hip hop artist, I feel like hip hop, you're supposed to be able to say that though. Don't you get a pass if you're hip hop?
I don't know, but I mean, I just kind of go back to what you said earlier. Like everybody's kind of getting like, you know.
I mean,
Oh,
have you
that's
guys
sensitive
not?
shit.
I gotta assume you've heard that song "No Vaseline" by Ice Cube, haven't you?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's not a very friendly song for the
No, that is
LGBTQ or
weird.
any of
This
this.
record. Yeah, that was hard. Dude, and the baby, he did, and Rockstar was, I thought Rockstar was a great song. I'm just gonna say that. And it was obviously a pop hit. I mean, it crossed over, did really well. But he was selling, a lot of albums. His last album, Baby on Baby 2, sold around 16,000 units.
Is that
So
low or high? I can't even
That's
tell
his
anymore.
lowest. His lowest
low.
ever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's never done that bad. So, but it could be part of the, what you're talking about, right? About being oversaturated with them. Could be some
Or
of
it might
that.
be the
And
Illuminati.
it could be some of that just nasty stuff he said.
It's
that
the
was
Illuminati coming after him.
Yeah. So, will I miss him? I don't know. Probably not.
Yeah, I don't know.
I never really listened to a lot of his stuff to begin with.
I've never
honestly.
heard. I couldn't pick him out of a lineup, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never really paid
Like
attention.
he could be
to
sitting
him,
next to me,
honestly.
singing me his music. I'd be like, "Oh, are you a rapper?" It's like, "You never heard him?" And no, I don't know who you are. All right, what do you got? Who's next?
Okay. Old school artist, The Game.
Ooh.
Oh, whoa.
Yo,
he just dropped, though.
His last album,
He
which
just
one
br-
was it?
The one it's the latest one.
Yeah, his latest one goes.
Which one was his
It's
latest?
hot.
Is it good?
Yeah, it was good. It's a long album. It's like a 2-hour
It's like
album.
60
though.
tracks or something
Holy
crazy.
Yeah, it's super
Dang.
long, but it's
I
really
haven't even
good.
listened to that, man.
Okay. So
I highly recommend it. It's
He's
good.
got like Eminem coming back. He's got 50 on it.
Wow.
I thought
I
Eminem and
feel
him are
like-
not cool though.
I feel like he should still drop. He's good.
Okay.
He still got it. He still got it.
I can't tell who's cool with who anymore, and when people aren't cool with people anymore, they don't beef the same way anymore.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Like when
Yeah.
Kanye and Drake beefed, like they were twittering at each other, like, "Oh, I got a bigger pool than you." It's like, what do you? That's how you beef, man? What's going on?
Yeah.
Hit him with your purse, dude. What are you doing? Come on. Like, who else ain't supposed to be making a record, dude?
Okay, I don't know. I agree with this one. DJ Khaled.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
And,
Too.
Another one.
and I just
I don't think we need another one, bro.
Yeah, I don't think so. Either.
Well, earlier you guys were saying, nowadays people don't even use the moniker DJ. And I was like, really? Because nowadays people use the moniker DJ who shouldn't be using the moniker DJ. That's what I was thinking. I was like, I wish Khaled would listen to you young people, be like, oh, I should drop this moniker. It's like, no, man, you ain't a DJ.
yeah.
Has he put out, like, he shouldn't put out a record, but has he ever put out a record? What does he do? Honest to God, I have no clue what the guy
King.
does.
For sure.
Bootleg King.
That's exactly, just steals beats and then just rebrands them and puts some artists on it. Yeah, and is in the back. We the best. And that's that's pretty much it.
Yeah, bro, just even wondering how he even got there, and it's pretty crazy.
I don't know, but sometimes I'm like, don't hate the player, bro. Because it's like this guy tricked Weight Watchers into giving him a sponsorship, like knowing damn well he wasn't gonna lose a pound, dude. That dude was not giving up the baklava, bro. He was like, nah, man. As soon as these dudes leave, I'm getting my whatever it is I normally eat,
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I mean, come on, man. Like to a certain extent, you have to appreciate a con man, and by far that dude is oh my gosh, he has every con man rolled into one.
Yes.
He's such a con man, dude.
Did you guys see him play the guitar? He
Dude,
got
or dance?
Marley. Yeah. Ugh.
His dancing chops are crazy.
Dude, it's like, oh my gosh, dude. Do you guys know who Juicy J is? I'm skipping him.
Oh yeah,
3-6 Mafia. 3-6 Mafia, but
This one, 3-6?
He did released a solo album, Space Age Pimpin'.
God bless him.
That was okay. Yeah, so if he does or
Space
doesn't
Age
make
Pimpin',
it,
dude, I gotta listen to that.
He did a mixtape with Lex Luger, Crypto Business.
Oh, good for him.
So but here's the next artist that we all know. Who this guy shouldn't drop an album in 2023? Drake.
Why? What's wrong with Drake dropping an album?
He just dropped one like last year.
He's always dropping.
Yeah, he drops like every year.
He's been dropping in the summer like he always does.
Yeah, because he had Honestly Nevermind and Her Loss. Her Loss came out what, 2 months ago?
That track, so about that one.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
we know
With
young
the
Jay-Z
21?
would put out like 3 albums a year. Who cares if they're good, put out albums, but if they're not good, don't be doing that.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm definitely listening to it if he drops another one. Though.
Yeah, I'll probably listen to it, but
Yeah, I probably would too. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a few bangers.
We
on
gotta
there.
come out clean.
Yeah, there's gonna
we'll
be
probably listen to it.
Be a few bangers on there.
Is that the end of the list, Dad, or we gotta do what else on there?
The last one is Snoop Dogg.
Why?
Snoop Dogg, but he did.
I wouldn't mind it.
Well, hold on. Have you guys heard of Westmore?
Westmore, yeah, of
Mount,
course.
I was gonna say he was on
Westmore's
Mount
crazy.
Westmore. Yeah,
Coming
yeah,
back, they got Snoop Dogg in there.
Well, you know what I
Yeah.
like about Mount Westmore is they keep dropping these tracks on YouTube, and like one of the artists will be the front man of the group on the song. So it'll either be E40 or it'll be short. It's really nice because it'll sound like a Short Dog song, but then you've got your favorite rappers with them. And like Cube has his own track. It's really neat. I think they're doing a good job. At first I
Dropping a
hated them,
reggaeton
but now
album.
I'm like, okay, I think they're doing all right.
He's dropping a reggaeton album. We'll have to see about that.
That'd be kind of fun.
What's it called?
He's on a reggaeton song, is he?
Snoop King.
I'm sure.
Something like that.
What, for the reggae? Or we're talking about reggaeton.
No, I think Snoop Dogg had like a reggae nickname.
Yeah, he was
like
Snoop
Snoop
Lion. He was Snoop
Lion.
Lion. Yeah, he went to
That's
Snoop
right, Snoop
Lion
Lion.
for a bit.
Snoop Lion.
All right, what's
Yeah.
our next story, dude? What do we got? Something
All
about
right, guys.
taking body parts? What's that weird story?
Yeah, we could either do mother and daughter sentenced for selling human body parts and shipping them by mail.
I think that's it, dude.
Crazy, man.
Like
We
you
jump into that
can't
one?
just read the headlines of that. You got to know what the hell's going on. That's horrible headline.
Okay, so let's see. So yeah, the mother and daughter sentenced for selling human body parts and shipping them by mail. A mother and daughter duo who operated a funeral home in Colorado have been sentenced after pleading guilty to charges related to selling body parts. Now, the lady's name, Megan Hess, the former owner of the Sunset Mesa Funeral Home in Colorado, sentenced to 20 years in prison, and her mom got 15 years behind bars in one of the more bizarre criminal cases in recent history. They had previously admitted guilt for one count of mail fraud and aiding and abetting under a plea agreement. Now, according to Department of Justice, the press release, the mother and daughter, despite lacking any authorization, recovered body parts from or otherwise prepared entire bodies of hundreds of descendants for body broker services, so dead bodies. We hope these prison sentences will bring the victims' family members some amount of peace, true, as they move forward in the grieving process. Without knowledge or consent, the women disrespected the wishes of their grieving victims and degraded the bodies of their family members to sell them for profit. These two criminals continued in their atrocities for years, showing no remorse or contrition even after they were exposed.
I'm getting confused. Where are they getting these body parts from?
They worked at a funeral home.
And they're just stealing, like
taking the bodies.
So you're getting buried, and I'll just cut your legs off, but like keep half the casket or put a blanket or something so they don't see her. How are they getting away with this? Are they digging them back up? Like, I can't figure this part out.
It sounds like they were taking them. Maybe they were like set up for to cremate, and they're like, oh, we'll just take these bodies out.
Yeah, probably.
I'm wondering like what carrier they use, like UPS or something.
What are you buying that for?
Well, black market, right?
They use DHL, bro. So they
deep web or something, or dark web.
Well, like what? Like, it's not going to be any good. Oh, look, I got a leg. Hold on, I'm going to put it on. Let's see how good this fits. No, dude.
You'd be surprised what they send through mail nowadays, though.
I know, but who wants that? I feel like it's for some devil worshippers or something.
Yeah,
they're wilding.
They're wild.
I don't think it's. What do you think, Adley? You think it's for medical purposes? You can't send it in the mail.
Yeah, I don't know. It says the authorities revealed that the duo, they would often offer services of cremation for $1,000, with the remains to be returned to the family. But some of the cremations never happened. The convicted women also started a nonprofit where they sold, quote, bodies or body parts to third parties. In the few instances where families agreed to donation, they sold the remains of those people beyond what was authorized by the family. So they sold more. They also, they would ship bodies of people who died from, quote, infectious diseases, including Hep B and C and HIV, after certifying to buyers that the remains were disease-free. So it got nastier. You're just like, dang, dude. But
what are the buyers? Listen, do you feel bad for these buyers? What are you doing buying that kind of crap on eBay or wherever they're selling it? Where are they selling it?
It doesn't really
black market, probably. They got a client on black market and they just get their address or something. PO box.
Jesse, you act like black market is just a place we can all find, or a place that
dark web.
Where's the dark web?
That's the one thing I can think of, man.
The Silk Road.
Who would even think that there'd be a buyer for this? You know what I mean? Like, first you got to go, hey, you know what? You know, it'd be a good business selling body parts. Dude.
Who's got Craigslist that?
Yeah, Craigslist that.
Yeah,
man.
Like
I wish I had an elbow, man. That'd be really cool. Where can I get one at?
Oh, dude, where do you think it's? Dude, my elbow hurts so bad. If I could just get a new one,
oh yeah,
things
true.
would be cool.
And dude, apparently they're making money at it. Making money.
What are they? Who are they selling it to? Like, what kind of person is going to buy this? Dude, the people buying this. They should be some sort of arrested. Those people buying this stuff. The FBI needs to go after these people.
I'm sure they have to as well, as long with those people getting arrested.
Yeah,
they have to.
They got to. DoorDash body parts, man.
What about this? They shipped it to the wrong address and it went to one of your guys' house. And then you just open it up. It's just a hand, dude. Could you imagine? What would you think?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I would think like
I think the mob's after
like
me.
Yeah, that's what I would think too. The
Oh, yeah, true.
Some curse and some evil thing is coming after me and I'm getting like body parts or something.
Some so loud.
There's like 5 shipments and they keep sending them to your address instead, dude. Like,
at that point, I'm moving. I'm changing.
Oh, like, yeah.
Changing
Like,
addresses.
honey, what are you ordering? Stop.
eyeballs, 2 eyeballs. You're just like, what the? Oh my god!
Oh, no.
That is
Who
nasty.
wants this stuff, dude? That's
There's some crazy
insane.
people in this world.
Hey, well, just a heads up, guys. It's been announced that there will be a documentary movie about it called Cremains Unknown.
Crazy. That's gonna be crazy.
On Netflix.
Is it gonna be on Netflix?
Probably
Yeah.
It doesn't say which one, but it's definitely in the works.
Dude, if
so.
it's on Netflix, bro, you know everybody's watching this one. This is gonna be Tiger
Definitely
King.
trending top 10.
This is gonna be, dude. This is gonna be way better than Tiger
Nah,
King. This is
feel that.
gonna be the weirdest thing you've ever watched, and you won't be able to stop watching it.
Nasty.
Well, because you got to figure out who wants these arms and stuff, dude.
What do you do with them?
The Tiger King. What's his name?
Joe Exotic.
Joe Exotic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the only person I can think of right there. Joe Exotic's probably dying on one of
What,
those.
the Lions?
The Lions.
He's locked up, man. He ain't getting
He's
out.
locked up.
Getting back
Yeah.
to DJ Chito, he'd never seen an episode of the Tiger King. He'd never seen any episode of the Tiger King. We're talking about it, and he's like, "Okay, we're like, there's this gay dude, and he turns the guy's gay. He's called Joe Exotic. Never heard of him. Well, you never heard of this shit?
Everyone was watching that.
Oh yeah,
Everyone.
that was deep in the pandemic, wasn't it?
Yeah, Chito didn't know any of it, dude. He's like, never heard of this guy. We're like, bro, yeah, that Tiger King, man. And then when they put out the next round of it, you know what I mean? Whatever that was, the part 2, I was on it like that, bro. Then they put the one out about Doc Anvil. What's his real name? Mastabakidagan or whatever. Doc Anvil.
I remember you were talking about it, but I didn't.
Oh, it was the third Tiger King, dude. I will watch Tiger King, except for that Peacock Tiger King. Did you guys fall for that one?
No.
I stopped watching like halfway through part 2. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I could
Wasn't
get
the
Tiger
same,
King
but-
forever, dude. I don't care. I'm a Tiger King junkie, bro. Tiger King is my heroine, bro.
Wait,
I
so
will
did
follow-
Carol Baskin kill her husband or what?
Absolutely, dude.
Oh,
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Carol
Absolutely.
Baskins. What was it?
Killed her
It is.
husband,
Status.
snapped him. Yeah, dude. But then the third documentary was about Doc Anvil, bro, and that dude was a pervert.
He's a weirdo
Turns out,
too. Yeah.
it turns out he was like had all them women with him, but they're all his like R. Kelly type of girls, you know, like they forced him to stay there and stuff.
Yeah.
Man, that was a weird one. Oh, my thing is this: if you're into weird stuff like that, and specifically if you're into weird stuff like that, and that's how you get chicks, there's something wrong with you. What do you guys think?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, no
For
doubt.
sure there's a problem.
You know, they say hurt people, so you know, you never know.
These guys are so thoughtful when it comes to this type of stuff.
Yeah,
You think you get-
cool.
Now,
But
do you
then
think
again, it could just be fetish crazy, you know what I'm saying?
do you think you get any
Someone
chicks?
definitely has a problem for sure.
Hey, well, that's why you'd buy a body part, a hand. You guys know what the stranger is?
Man.
Bruh.
Yeah.
You guys know what the stranger is?
No.
I'll let Mike explain it.
Oh yeah, thanks, Adler.
You guys can look it up later.
These old
Negative.
perverts that enjoy masturbatory things. I'm not going to explain it to these young guys.
We'll leave it
Oh.
at that. These guys are so nice. I don't want to corrupt them, dude.
I know, dude. It's such good kids. Dude, here's the
Yeah.
thing. Do you think what are you going to do with that body part? Do you think you're bragging to your friends? Dude, I get a leg coming in the mail this week. A human leg coming in the mail.
Check out that femur.
Dude,
No, I don't know, man. That's wild to me.
it's going to stink in about 3 or 4
Yeah, I can't
days.
comprehend that, man. I was like, I don't know what intention it was for that. Like, they don't.
Yeah, that's the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah,
in
it's
my
so
whole life.
weird. It's
I'm gonna
out
watch
there for
that
sure.
documentary. All right, what's the next story? Let's come on, let's get out of here. This is too weird for these guys. I don't blame them.
where'd it go? We'll do the Wilbur story. This is just kind of funny. So the software engineer that got busted So it says a software engineer was charged with identity theft after he allegedly stole from an online retailer using a scheme that was inspired by the cult movie classic Office Space. 28-year-old Ernie Castro was arrested and charged with 2 counts of first-degree theft and first-degree identity theft, according to court records. Now, prosecutors allege that Castro used his position as a software engineer at Zulily, pretty big one actually, an online retailer based in Seattle. He would edit computer script in order to steal more than $300,000. Charging papers say he stole about $260 in electronic payments and also stole merchandise amounting to about $40,000. He was fired from the company in July, but they discovered a file named Office Space Project on his laptop, which detailed the scheme. Now, if you guys seen Office Space, there's a similar scheme in there that the software engineers put together because they don't like their job. They insert a virus that siphons small increments of money from transactions into a private account they control. And when an error threatens to expose the scheme, an unrelated employee burns down the building and destroys the evidence, keeping the collaborators from what they imagine is federal prison time with hostile cellmates. So you guys remember, do you guys remember Office Space?
That was one of Adelaide's favorite movies when we were in
Great
college.
movie.
Yeah.
Not too well.
Honestly, I don't really remember that.
It's different though, because like in Office Space, they were salami slicing, Adelaide. So there's something called a mill, you guys, which is a fraction of a penny. And everybody will like get those in their bank accounts every day, but you don't notice it because it's such a small percentage of money. So in Office Space, they were shaving mills. There were salami slicing is what the crime is actually called. This idiot was just stealing stuff, dude, and then had an Office Space, Office Space on his laptop.
Dang,
he's just a thief, dude. Like you can't compare that Office Space to salami. Salami slicing is a brilliant crime as far as I'm concerned. Let me ask you three. You seem very honest, you guys. Here's the thing: it's fractions of a penny over hundreds of thousands of accounts. No one will ever know. If you had the ability to do it, what would you do, guys?
Oh, I think you'd have a Office Space project number 2 on my laptop or something. Hidden though.
But I don't know. Jose Will's thinking about it. That's what I'm saying.
No. I mean, you make it sound like a sweet little offer, but morally, nah, I wouldn't touch that, man.
That was the other thing. I was like, nah, that's wrong.
It's only moral. Morality is the only thing that would stop you from doing it because you almost never get caught for it. That's the thing. And
my guilt would just be all over me still.
And you're next to stealing from no one. Hey, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to talk you guys into it. I'm explaining that only morality would keep you from it. That's the only thing that because it's almost a perfect crime. The problem with the movie in Office Space was they were salami slicing and they were showing how, you could take, a real small fraction or a real large fraction. And one of the idiots on the movie took $5,000 all in one clip and put it into the account that they'd been salami slicing up to $300,000. At which point they freaked out and burned the building down. It was a really funny movie.
Or got burned down by randomly.
Yeah.
But so it's 1/1,000,000th of a penny or whatever it is. So nobody's ever gonna nobody's gonna call the bank like, dude, I'm missing
not at all.
1/3 of a cent. Like it would just be one of those things.
Yeah, nobody'd ever find it. But it's a morality play. You have to have the morality to say, no, I still find that incorrect because it's not mine, and I didn't earn it.
Yeah.
So, but
nobody would know.
It is nobody. Usually when the salami slicers get caught, they turn themselves in. It's really weird. So that's the only reason why they found out this crime existed is people were turning themselves in.
You say no one would know, but the person who did it knew, and then that guilt will grow, and then it turns into the biggest guilt ever.
Yeah, it's like
yeah, that's true.
It's a hell of a business. It's like the Edgar Allan Poe story about the guy he kills and the beating heart still under the ground, and it's just you're going mad from your own conscience. So.
Yeah.
Well,
I'd be doing it with my bling though, bro. I'd be like, oh man, my Master P bling. I'd be like, I feel so bad.
Hey, but here's
I know,
putting out a bunch of crappy movies.
And here's how he got caught. It sounds like he would manipulate the software so that he could buy Zulily products for pennies on the dollar For example, he bought a sofa bed that was $565. He bought it for $1. So then he went to his house. He had a
This
bunch
guy's
of
just an
Zulily
idiot.
empty
Yeah,
boxes outside.
yeah, he's an idiot. He's not. Don't compare yourself to the brilliance of Office Space, you idiot. Come on, man. Just be embarrassed of yourself.
So
what are
who's
you
gonna get caught?
Well, you're getting Zulily stuff too. It's like, wow, I got it over on Zulily. Look at these socks. It's like, well, I don't really want socks, okay? I want some steaks around here, and I can't steal those from Zulily. All right, what's that?
funny.
You got one hip hop story left, Adley, don't you? Another hip hop story?
Yeah, I'll read it. Let's see. This is the one. Okay. So the guy from Power, he's one of the actors on the show. He says 50 Cent's the GOAT, a boss, and of course he's going number 1 in 2023. Now we know 50 Cent's building this TV empire. He's still pulling in big numbers on the music front, and his Power Book 4 Force. Joseph Sikora is the actor. He's a test of that. They saw Joseph at LAX this week, and he wasn't surprised. 50 was one of the biggest performing rappers for 2023, despite not releasing much music. Okay, that must be 2022. And because we went over this, Mike, previously in a Chino Brothers episode, that he was the number 9th most viewed rappers on YouTube. Yeah. So it's pretty impressive. He's going to be making new music, and 50. This actor says 50 Cent. He's earned his legend status in the game, and his music is timeless. Obviously we know his debut, Get Rich or Die Trying. It's been on the Billboard charts for 150 weeks, and it's going to be 20 years old next month.
Oh my god,
Man, legendary.
That is cool.
All right, but here's my question for you guys: can old rappers put out new music that young people want to listen to?
Yeah, I feel like they can. But it's hard though for them. I feel like to
because they're old.
New sound of like what everybody's listening to. But there's some like other like old artists that puts out like new material and it's just not as cool as it used to.
Yeah, it sounds
It's not the same. It's not the same.
Is pretty seasoned, right? And he's still like collaborating. He's got features and coming out with his own music still too, and and it's going crazy still. So I guess if you do it cool, you know, if you age with your genre and with your craft, then it's cool. But if you try to stick to the same gimmicks you were doing when you were 20s and now you're like, you know what I mean, grandpa vibes, then I think it's a little cliche, you know.
I think it's easier for Pharrell because he's like a producer too, and his stuff is pretty timeless, honestly.
Yeah.
He does make nice beats. I agree that.
Man.
Yeah, but I don't think. Yeah, is it possible? I think it's possible, but not for everyone though. Yeah, too definitely.
Like the cash out song, that was cool.
Well, what do you think? Like when you see these old rappers and like you know that they need a hip replacement, and they're spitting game at like the 20-year-old girls in the videos and stuff. You know, they got like the the bomb like Instagram models dancing all over them in the videos.
Nah, you know who else did something kind of cool that came back? Black Star, Mos Def, and
they just put out that record.
Dope rappers.
That's what I'm saying. But they came out doing the same thing as they were doing back in the day. You know what I'm saying? And it's still fresh, and I think I still appreciate it, and I'm sure a lot of their fans do too.
I talked about I've brought this record up so many times on this show, but the Fife Dog album that came out about a year ago. It's probably in my top 10 of all records. It is such a good album.
Yeah.
And they put it out after he died. But
that's
anyways, let's get back to making fun of people though. So I'm talking about old rappers though, because you see it, right? You see the old rapper, like, and a lot of times like kind of washed up. He had a hit in 1987, but he's trying to put out a record now, and you see his YouTube video. He's got a 23-year-old girl, grinding on him and whatnot, maybe like 3 or 4 of them. Is that corny, or like is it like, ooh, that guy's pimpish? What do you guys think?
I think it's pretty corny. I mean,
I think it's corny too.
Cool look if like you're like 40 or 50 and you're like got like these 20 years old like IG models on you. Nah, I get like a weird vibe from that.
What do you think, Jose?
No, yeah, I guess like what Ryan's saying, yeah, it's probably a corny look, man, for sure, especially when you're really old trying to do that. But yeah,
it would be more pimp if like if his wife or something was like
That's what I think. Yeah, his wife and his grandkids with him. Yeah, if you
or
ever
taking more of a mature route,
Yeah, that part too.
Maybe you got some wine, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
there you go. Yeah, you can make it all classy and dope.
Also, Rick Ross vibes right there.
You and your wife and the kids, and you're out having a good time at the fair. That's how you pimp as an old man. You look like you're having a good time. You know what I mean?
I know about
if you're trying to be spitting game at young girls, it's like, dude, this is so corny, man. You know, none of these girls like you.
Sure.
Now, that being said, what did you guys think about Hugh Hefner?
Ooh, I mean, the Playboy, kind of like that whole industry, it was like amazing back in the day. It was so popping. It was all up in Hollywood. Everyone was going there and stuff like that. That's as far as I know. Like all the other stuff, I don't know.
See, I thought it was creepy, dude. This old man, dude, this old wrinkled up Saladito talking to these young girls like, hey, how's it going, sweetie? Think about it. If he didn't have no money in his pockets, them girls ain't gonna be talking to him. Those girls, I think I'm in love. It's like, no, you don't. Like, there ain't nothing wrong with that. That old man has a Viagra addiction, and I promise you that. So that's the thing. Funny. Like, I think, but Adley, I think in our generation, there was a lot of dudes who thought that Hugh Hefner was cool, and he was always old, dude. As long as I've been alive, he's been old. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. I remember, people would rock the gold chains with the little Playboy bunny. Remember that? Or they'd have like mud flaps with the Playboy logo.
Well, there's a whole skate brand that came back called Playboy as well, too.
Really?
Yeah, that's kind of neat, though. I don't know. I think that looks cool because skating, you kind of want to be a little bit edgy. But as for
you don't think of old Hugh Hefner with the whole bunch of. You just think about the funny one. You think about the funny rabbit.
Yeah, dude. I don't know, man. I always thought he was creepy and disgusting. And I think the young guys nowadays, they recognize that. They see it. It's like, hey, man, it should be age appropriate. Date a woman your own age, marry a woman your own age. What do you think, Adley? You think you can marry a 19-year-old at this stage of your life?
No. Oh, geez. No way. No way. I don't think I could do it. Nah.
But you know what, fellas? I'll tell you right now, I brought this up several times on the Chino Brothers. One of the Chino brothers actually went to the Playboy Mansion.
Hey, how was that experience?
It wasn't me.
It was, dude. Oh. It was a record label brought us to they're like, it was a celebrity poker tournament at the Playboy Mansion. We had to like park our cars. It was by USC, if I remember, one of the colleges down there. So we had to park down there, and then they took us like in a bus up there too. And it was weird to say the least. Like we didn't get to go in the house or anything. We're just in the back area. They had the pool, the grotto, like the cave back there. I remember I didn't go in the water, but I went inside the little grotto cave and stuff and took some pictures. Like, wow, it's the grotto. I was scared to breathe in it, dude. I didn't know I was gonna inhale, dude. It was like kind of nasty. But it was neat to say.
Adley's super paranoid when it comes to like the law and stuff like that. Like one time, me and Adley we were in Vegas, and there's this like trolley, like a tram, like a what do you call monorail? Like from one side of town to the other side of town. And so I was like, "Hey man, I'm hopping the turnstile, dude. There ain't nobody here. I'm hopping on this monorail." So I hop the turnstile. I go in the monorail, and then I look back at Adley. He's feeding the thing $5. I'm like, "What are you doing, dude? Nobody's around." He's like, "I just can't do it, Mike. I just can't do it." So like when he tells you the story about the Playboy Mansion, you got to remember when he's going in there, he's probably like, "Man, I hope nobody sees me in here. I hope there's nothing illegal going on. I hope I don't see any drugs." Like I bet you that was going on in his head.
But there were at the celebrity poker tournament, there were celebrities playing poker. The one I remember is Mekhi Phifer. That's the guy I remember. So he was actually playing poker. But it wasn't like naked chicks walking around and weird sex going on. It was just kind of, there were girls with body paint on, so basically naked but body painted. So you're kind of like, oh, okay, that's kind of neat. But that was the extent of it. So it's actually kind of a boring story.
What about the pool, dude? That's the best part of the story.
Dude, yeah. Well, I couldn't go in it. People were going in it though, and I was just like, yeah, you see some stuff floating around and everything too. And it's just like, yeah, dude.
He saw Long Island whitefish in the pool, you guys. So you know what Long Island whitefish are?
No.
Nah.
Do we want to know?
Spent condoms.
Used.
That's what I was thinking.
Something nasty. It's like, oh
You
man.
saw him in the pool, dude. Could you imagine wanting to swim in that pool? I'd be like, I'm never going to that pool.
What about the poor
Damn,
pool
right?
guy?
They did
The
not
pool guy
care.
with the net,
Not
just
care.
every week.
Dude, you'd have to pay that pool guy $1 million.
He's got to make a lot of money, dude. That's got to be nasty.
Yeah,
I was
dude,
an
I bet you.
in-house pool boy.
Well, maybe it was just like a perverted guy who liked naked ladies, right? Like, and he's just like, hey, I'll be the pool guy for half because I get to see naked ladies when I clean his pool. You know what I mean? Like, man, I can see that happening. But what I really can see happening is us wrapping up this show, fellas. Thank you so much for coming on the Chino Brothers.
Real quick though, let us know where you guys are going to be at coming up.
Come on.
And let us know your socials for everybody watching.
Everything, all of it.
All right. So yeah, you can look us up at For You and I on Instagram. It's spelled the number 4 AND dot I. You can also catch us end of this month, next month on Forge 1039 FM. We're gonna be rocking on Sundays from 7 to 9 every Sunday. And then any future shows and stuff like that, you can always look us up on IG. But we do have First Friday tomorrow from 5 to 9. And we're gonna be spinning all downtown and stuff like that. So yeah, other than that, you got new episodes.
Yeah. Also, you can find us on SoundCloud at and I spelled like hard. My name is actually spelled like right up there. If you have the SoundCloud app, or just go online and soundcloud.com/4YouAndI. And
we're dropping mixes every week. So you'll definitely hear a little bit more of us in the future for sure.
Oh yeah,
100%. Do you guys want to give any shout outs while you're still here?
Shout out to everyone who's ever been rocking with us. All our day ones, they know who they are. Shout out to y'all both for having us. Shout out LA for booking this right here. And shout out to my 2 homies right here. You know what I mean? And my team for sure.
Well, I had a real good time tonight.
Family, so we're gonna keep it moving.
I had a real good time tonight. You have a good time tonight?
Yeah, thank you so much.
Oh, yeah, thank y'all so
fun.
much.
Blessings, bro.
Do you have a good time? Do you have a good time?
Always.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
It was
always.
having
Fun.
fun.
All right,
It was a lot of fun.
everybody, thank you for watching. Follow us on YouTube and TikTok. You guys got TikTok yet or no?
Yeah, we actually do.
We do got TikTok, For You and I, same way. The letter 4 ANDI.
All right, so we'll follow you on TikTok. Follow Chino Brothers on TikTok. All right, guys, hold on for 1 sec. We'll be in the green room with you. But thank you so much for coming on the show. All right, guys, we'll see you next week, and that's it.